Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 37 of the No Name Podcast. My name is Mrmoopsy, and I'm here with my fellow co-hosts. Introduce yourselves, folks.
It is.
I guess ladies first.
Yes, ladies.
This is FSDB, or Sarah, just to make things less complicated.
You address her as such. The Sarah of FDC.
He's Sarah of FSDB, which is just an acronym for FunsexyDB.
And it is me, Razzle. Hoping everybody's doing well this December and getting closer to Christmas.
1 second.
And ruined.
And run, you better edit that out. A dead air.
But no, you learned your lesson about having a hype about a game after Final Fantasy 15. I just have cautious optimistic. I learned about that way before that on a game that was called Wet.
Was that really the name of the game?
That was actually the name of the game. You can look it up right now.
I guess it has nothing to do with my imagination right now.
Definitely not.
Okay.
There's gonna be one day a game called WAP.
I would not be surprised.
I'll be the first on it. Let's go.
I mean, yeah, delete this part just because fucking interruptions. Anyway, now that the introductions are out of the way, if Mr. Cosmojazz would be so kind as to tell us what the topics are.
Sure. We have the Cyberpunk 2077 controversy, the Game Awards, the Twitch word ban, and the Avengers Kate and the future of the game.
Yeah.
So I guess we can start with Cyberpunk 2077, but I will let my colleagues start with that first because I'm interested.
Which one?
Yes.
You anyone that's played it.
Okay, so who here has played the game, and how far are you along?
I have not personally played it, but I've seen enough to where it's like I know enough of what happened.
I've just seen bits and pieces, and I saw like one story spoiler.
Well, I actually been playing the game since Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I've just casually. I haven't been playing it. I'm probably like since Monday, probably 6 or 7 hours in, and I have some things to say about it. Mixed things, mostly positive, surprisingly, because I feel I'm a little less harsh on the game.
Mm.
So if I had to go in with a very brief review, I like. It's like things that I want to like more about the game. It's the world is amazing. Like if you look at the detail, they definitely build something that's very cyberpunk. They're not kidding when they said things are fun, like neon and character, the way some designs are. But screw that. Let's talk about the game, the gameplay. The problem I have with the games is that you want more out of it, especially out of the AIs.
Mm-hmm.
They're not fully developed, and you can kind of tell of that. Like there's just you want more, and you have dialogue boxes that's really cool, but sometimes it feels like it just ends. There's not much interaction, and you kind of really want more out of this universe, this world.
Mm-hmm.
The shooting's fine. I played with a mouse and keyboard because I tried playing. I'm getting the technical stuff. I played with the controller, and I was like, this is fucking impossible. Not impossible, just that the shooting and the aim, that goes without saying. But it seems a little bit worse than usual with playing with a controller. I don't know how to explain it. Could be me, but I just find the mouse and keyboard, especially for the shooting sections, a lot easier to use. And I usually play with a controller, so that should say something. It's not impossible to play the segment with a controller. It's just that I had some problem navigating which button does which when I put the shortcuts on the controller, and how come the aiming is kind of really slow and a little sluggish. So I just switched to mouse and keyboard. Other than that, the driving section, oh my god, I know it depends on the car you're driving, but maybe you guys have heard of it. The driving section is such ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't stand it. I love driving in games, GTA, Forza, and all that kind of stuff. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's supposed to be enjoyable. This feels like a chore.
Oh shit.
like I keep crashing into things. Like I say to myself, I know I'm bad at games, but this is just really, I just hate driving in this. Like the motorcycle's a little bit easier because you get to weave through traffic a little bit, but when you get those clunky cars, you can really feel it. Um, but the story, it's actually, I don't want to spoil anything because I just started playing myself. The story is really immersive. You have 3 storylines. You could play Nomad, or just Wastelander, basically, Street Kid, or Corpo. It's like corporate, money guy or girl, whichever you want to play.
Basic office
And
stuff.
yeah, basic office stuff. I picked Corpo because I want to be a corporate bitch. And I was like, hell yeah, this is the top stepping on the little guy. So I'm just playing that. That's a little too short-lived, I think. I know each three segments starts in a different place on the map, and also has a different branching storyline. Same character that you interact with in the beginning, just different branches of storyline to have to go through. I wish Corpo lasts a little bit more corporate. There are some corporate missions so far, but it mostly feels like a revenge kind of thing. I just kind of, it just feels like I went from Corpo to Street Kid almost immediately in the first half hour of the game. And I just I kind of wanted to live the big life for a little bit longer, but okay, I guess you got to earn your way up.
From what Smoke cigars like fucking people left and right.
Yeah, it's like you gotta step on a little guy to get your way back up to the top again. The characters I interact with so far, I haven't met. I think there's a character. I think it's Judy or something. I could get it wrong. So someone said there's a character with that people really are keen to. I haven't met her yet.
You haven't gotten far at all then, because you meet Judy like the first 8 hours.
Like I said, 7 hours. So I probably was like right there. Because characters are talking about her, and I was like, okay. I've also watched some gameplay of it too, and I guess everyone wants to wait till I say something, but the bugs are the bugs are plenty. Characters always standing on top of the characters, things glitching in and out of existence.
T-posing.
T-posing, lots of T-posing when you kill characters. It's kind of amazing how that keeps happening.
Everyone's trying to dominance.
Yeah. I've been watching also my roommate play because I just curious about the different branches that you pick. And so it's not really, I don't mind spoilers for video games, so I kind of watch him play too. And sometimes you get into almost you just got to reload your save because it gets so bad that you can't progress. And I can see that getting kind of annoying. Yeah, the glitches are funny. I seen the compilation of a lot of funny glitches, but sometimes you get a little agitated. It's like, oh man, please don't mess up this time. I just want to really get through this level and have some fun. Overall, the game is fun. I know I said a lot of shit, and so far I'm 7 hours in. I watch my roommate play almost every night, so he's further than me. He did meet Judy or whatever, but it's just that I think the game is fun. It's just so much potential there, squandered because of the deadline to rush this out by the holidays. I seriously think, I know they spent 7 years on this. They announced this in 2012 or something.
Yeah, it was way back.
I'm going to be like, they need another year to make it. It will never have ever live up to expectations, the insane expectations that we have for it. But I'm going to say this, it needed a year, just one more year of non-crunch time, and I would have loved to see what they would have done with this. And I love sci-fi, cyberpunk. God, I love that. I love that theme so much. But yeah, I wish the world was a little bit more fleshed out, but we'll see, I guess. They said they're going to fix it, but will they pull a No Man's Sky?
That's what everybody's hoping they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I am.
So that's my score. 7 out of 10, I love it.
I'm gonna be on the controversial opinion of something about that, saying that well, I do agree this did need another year. I'm on the opinion, and Mighty Keith has said this too, that it shouldn't have came out for current gen consoles. Like it just shouldn't have.
How much I played on the PC, but on the PlayStation 5 is like taking up how much space again? Like,
It's like 100 something.
gee.
It's still going because of all the
Oh
patches and
man.
stuff. But yeah, like it clearly wasn't made for that. Like with all
Yeah.
the bugs and things, especially on the base PS4, clearly was not made for it.
Yeah, PS
Um,
old gen games. I didn't think I know they probably didn't want to do that, but I seriously think they shouldn't have bothered.
mm-hmm,
I'm pretty sure that that's part of the reason why it ended up coming out like as messed up as it did, because they had to actually bother putting in resources for that. If
mm-hmm,
they didn't, they probably wouldn't have needed that extra year.
mm-hmm. And I know like Eddie was here. He would kind of disagree with me on this because we've talked about this before. Because the one thing he brought up was saying that there would have been backlash from it, but in my opinion, it would have been nearly nowhere as bad as this. Like not even close. And especially since it's been so long, and everybody who's been following this knows how big this game was going to be.
Yeah.
So if you had to do that, I feel like a lot of people would have been more understanding, saying like, "Oh, it's that kind of big game, where even this hardware couldn't handle it." Okay, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, Jazz.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 on Switch win.
Never,
It already looks
ever.
like garbage on PS4. I don't know.
Talking about a PS2 game on Switch.
It'll be nothing but like, I don't know, PlayStation 1 polygons and stuff like that on the Switch.
It looked like a Resident Evil 1 game, but not the remake. Why am I in take controls?
But I'll say more about the game when I finish it, because I was just like mostly casually playing very bits and pieces of it, watching it, mostly other people play. But when I beat the game myself, my opinion will maybe change, maybe not. But I guess a part of me in the back of my head is like, maybe I should hold out until more patches come out. Maybe.
Which they have said, I believe it's either next month or February, where a big patch is going to be coming to fix a lot of bugs, and then another
I think
one right
February.
after that. Yeah, I think it's February then March, because there's two big patches coming.
Because I want to
Um,
try to play the game and see if there's any ability for not ability, any replay value, I should say.
mhm.
I feel like there is. I haven't beat it, like I said, and I feel like there could be. I just want to play the game and see if when they patch it up, if I have the urge to pick it up again.
Mhm.
Probably try another branch, another style like Nomad or Street Kid.
Mhm. Which I will agree with you. Like I've seen enough
Oh,
of it.
and
Like
please
this.
add more to the customizations. This is
That too.
2077.
That too.
I should have more options.
And fix the
Like-
streamer mode.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
dragon.
they have
like
fixed
what?
that part.
Yeah,
Ah,
like what are you talking
okay.
about? Like I can only get like a penis or a vagina. Fuck that. Give me like a
Give me
a
both.
giant drill for a dick. It's 2077. I
It's
should
kind
be
of
able to
funny
have that.
that she's like, I agree with you. They put so much emphasis on it that I feel like you should have been going nuts with that kind of thing.
Yeah, I want glow sticks. I
Dark.
I want it to glow. I want it to be a saber. Come on, man. This is the future. I should be able to have this.
Tentacle hentai, come on.
Which honestly, and I'm glad you brought up the customization, because there's one thing I found kind of odd that they don't let you do, and maybe this will come in a bigger patch, maybe. But your hairstyle, you're stuck with it throughout the game. Like that's
Yeah.
it.
What?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's no barber, there's no nothing. Whatever you pick, you have.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Like, we have that now.
Yeah, like even The Witcher, you could change Geralt's hairstyle. Like, why
Yeah.
can't we do it with our created character?
I was like, it really doesn't make it just make me just amazed. I keep thinking every time I see this game, what if, know? Like what if they had more time? Would this would have been better or the same?
It does beg the question, because that is a very weird choice. That should have been the easy kind of, we should have thought about this kind of thing. Now I am like, as far as like knowing everything, I am farther than Sarah is. And I might go into slight spoiler territory.
That's okay. I told you I've been watching my friend play. He's ahead of me.
But like what you were saying with like the different paths, and I do hear that like nearing the end, I haven't gotten all the way to the end of it, but nearing the end, apparently those paths do matter as well.
Good.
But like you were saying in the beginning, where there's like different branches, but then it kind of goes right in the Street Kid. I feel like that should have not been that way. Like maybe if they
Yeah.
all kind of verge into the big thing that happens, sure. But I feel like there should have been different things to lead up to that for each one.
Yeah, like the convergence shouldn't happen till like maybe the second half.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was just so surprised how quickly they just dropped me the slum in it, and I understand why, but at the same time, I was I was hoping to bark some orders just a little bit longer, you know?
Make someone turn in their TPS reports.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's kind of amazing. But I don't know. But like I said, I'm glad it does matter at the end if it does, because it just makes you feel like what's the point if they don't do some things a little different.
The next thing is more even more for me, because if you know anything, I'm petty about this kind of thing. But and also big spoiler. So if you don't want to hear this, like go like 5 minutes
That's
ahead.
fine. I'm when it comes to games, I don't know why. Movies are different for me, but games I'm just like I'll be playing this. Unless it's like a big surprise, like I don't know, it was all a dream and a giant spider comes to eat you at the end. It's like
Super Mario Brothers 2?
I'm fine with the spoilers. Go ahead.
But the romance options are very limited. Like, especially to your gender, they're very limited.
Really?
Like, there are so many people that's like, oh, wow, I wonder if you can romance that person. No. Can you romance this person? No. How about this person? Which, I won't say who, but it's like, no, unless you're a certain gender. It's just like, okay.
That's bullshit.
I guess, I mean, I get it, and it's fine or whatever, but, like, you look at it, older games, like, say, Mass Effect or whatever, and then you have all these options compared to this, and it's like, really?
I'm still kind of upset that Mass Effects don't let you romance a Krogan.
That would have been weird, though.
Why? Why is it weird? Paris is no different.
True. Fair enough. But he did have those calibration hands. I did
says I
too.
romance Paris.
I did too. Don't give me. I had a female ship. I went with the calibrations.
I have yet to start Mass Effect, but I'm curious to see what I'm gonna end up picking.
Oh man, I want to see what you go into.
Yeah, I want to see what you're going with too.
How about this? Like on Monday, I'll start Mass Effect.
Yeah, let's
Sweet.
go.
But
Renegade for life. Go ahead.
but I was gonna say though, Jess, like you know, I stream kind of late for your time, so
I'll catch the VOD.
all right.
But like that's one of the things that I'm big on. Like I like to do those kind of romance options just to see what would happen in the end, because it's like going back to Mass Effect, like going near the end of their endings, and then you have that love interest with you during crucial moments. It's kind of a big thing to the story.
Yeah.
So it's like with having such limited ones, and even having ones that might be like, well, maybe I want to do with this person or that person. It's just like, no, really, just these, huh? Okay. There was one other thing that was happening. It's like near the beginning of the game. Going off.
Sorry.
What was that?
Oh, I thought you heard the phone. I didn't mute. I forgot.
No, I didn't hear it.
Nope.
But like going off of what you were saying about dialogue options and stuff, and maybe once again I'm not near a point so where it like really branches off, but a lot of them seem very straightforward. Like there's really only one real option to say in the moment. Versus like, well, what if I wanted to say this? It's just like, okay, I guess I'm stuck with just saying this and letting that be that. Now, there are a couple of times in the game where, like, you talk to someone and maybe you have a disagreement with them. Like, for example, I'm trying to be vague as possible on this one. There is a person you meet that you're doing work for, and they say you can only do, like, for 30%. And it's like, that's kind of low. So you start trying to bargain with them a little bit. It's like saying, that's a little low, man. Come on. I'm literally the muscle here. The job is not good without me. And then they try to barter back, and that kind of moment was like, okay, that's dynamic for me. where's the rest of that in this game?
You want to have that moment where you're just like, Dormammu, I have come to bargain.
Fuck your bargaining.
It's like, that took a turn.
Well, damn. But no,
I want to pay to see that version of Doctor Strange.
But no, I wish there were, it feel like there should have been more of that. And going off to the Pearson that everybody is looking forward to, Mr. Keanu Reeves himself, aka Johnny Silverhand, that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting the direction they took with him, especially after the kind of marketing going up to it, because we've always known Keanu to be like the most nicest guy ever, right? Mm-hmm. Like in this game, he's like the most dickish person.
Oh man, because like I'm gonna let you in on something, Jess. I do want to get Cyberpunk, but I want to play it in Spanish.
Nice.
Like the big reason why is because the dude, the Spanish dub actor for Keanu Reeves is Vegeta's voice actor too.
Awesome.
So it would be like basically like just fucking Vegeta just talking shit to me during the whole game.
I would actually like to see that.
Me too.
And don't get me wrong, like even after I've seen another streamer, a friend Kidden play it a couple of times, I've also been kind of interested on also another part that I saw that I can't even say on here that I saw that made me even more interested. Like, okay, that's kind of wild.
Was it the shirt bug?
No. I'll have to end up typing it in the thing, but going ahead, like with you, I think from what I've seen so far, I'm about at a 7. Not taking into the account, of course, the console versions like the PS4 and one, because if I'm going that's like a 3. But I won't say that's final until I see what the quote ending is, at least for one path, just to see what happens. Because while the story I've seen is good, I do wonder where it's all gonna lead. Because I'm not sure how they're gonna end this. I guess you could say. But now we can go unless anybody else has anything to say about the thing. Just not.
Keanu Reeves rules.
No,
Yeah,
you're breathtaking.
You're breathtaking.
Just fucking pops in the chat and types that.
Just leaves.
What was that?
But no, now we can get into the more controversial part about it, which was how this game released, outside, of course, the bugs and stuff. Where they're trying to deal with the whole thing about people getting refunds and stuff, and they're having a hard time getting that on consoles. And it's gotten so bad to the point where Sony literally took the game off the PlayStation Store. And I honestly thought that Xbox was going to be the same way, but they just said, no, we're just going to get full refunds. Let that be that.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder, like, a lot of people are making comparisons to that game No Man's Sky. I haven't played it, but I heard, like, now it's like a way better game than it ever started out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were dedicated. Like, because you remember how much shit that game got when it came out? It was nothing what everyone was expected. That all the broken promises, and a lot of people were disappointed. And they just like I forgot the game developer behind it, just kept making updates, kept putting patches, updates, expansions, all for free.
Mm-hmm.
And I doubt like Project Red will do like DLC for free or anything like that. But it's kind of like an amazing accomplishment if you think about it. Mm-hmm. Like this game that was just universally panned, somehow just able, I wouldn't say they came out on top, but they're a lot better than when they started. And will the same happen to Project Red and Cyberpunk? Who knows? No. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, they don't give up on this game.
I'm thinking that the way that this game ended up like not only getting so much hype, but also ended up coming out with such like disappointing reviews and everything that the dumb move would be to abandon the game. Like their
Absolutely.
reputation can literally be shattered by this one game.
Yeah.
Because, like I was saying before we started the pod, excuse me, that this is a company that's coming off of Witcher 3, a game that was like super highly regarded, and like after other iterations ended up coming out, because you guys said that like the original Witcher 3 was like buggy as all hell,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're gonna have to do essentially like so much work to fix Cyberpunk, because like the way that the colossal failure that this ended up being at launch, they could literally go under if they don't do anything to fix it.
Yeah, this could definitely. I don't know if it's gonna be that extreme that they go under, but there's gonna be a lot of hesitation. Whatever project they work on next, if they, I'm saying if they just not do anything with Cyberpunk and it's like fuck it, it's a failure, let's keep going. But there will be a lot of hesitation. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
pre-orders, forget about that. Just few and far between. People waiting for reviews before they even think about buying it. Cyberpunk has so much hype that people didn't even care about reviews. They just like pre-order the game. They're buying it day one. And this time, if they come around and they make a new project, let's say 3-4 years from now or sooner, who knows? There'll be a lot of like, ooh, I don't know. Remember Cyberpunk?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That'll be like the very first reaction, where like people will absolutely be like, I don't know, man, that last game was just fucking awful.
Yeah, and you
Because
don't want that. Like I don't want them to go that way, though. I really
no,
don't.
and like, because you also, another thing you got to remember is like this is an industry that is super cutthroat, and just one failure will absolutely wreck your shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I feel, and this is what I don't know. I live in a bubble, but I feel from what I've seen online, comments, even like some articles like on Polygon or no, not Kotaku. I didn't read anything on there. But
Kotaku.
it's just some I know there's just some folks from what I get from I say gamers, not in a bad term. That'll be banned too from Twitch, by the way.
Yo, yeah.
It seems like a universal pity, if that makes sense. Like everyone from what I've been reading, no one's like outright saying "fuck you," Cyberpunk and Project Red. To hell with this game. To hell with those developers. It seems more like the kind of other end of the spectrum where no one's defending it, but everyone feels bad for them.
And see, I have a lot to say about that because, like, once again, the person I've been seeing watching play, Kitten, was talking about this the other day, and I feel like with this game, especially, it's one or the other. You either are kind of sorry for it and like not really bashing on anything, and you are mad at people who are kind of doing it, or you're bashing it, and you're bashing everything about it. There's not a lot of in between.
Yeah, I guess from what I've seen more people say, "Man, it's too bad." Like that's the whole thing, too bad. And less people bashing. I guess, like you said, it's the slow kid at the playground right now. It just seems like kicking someone while they're down if you're just bashing on this game, because everyone knows how bad the glitches are.
And see,
Everyone
like,
made their jokes.
okay.
It just seemed like anymore it'd be like it's just picking on the handicapped kid, you know?
And see, like, a lot of people have kind of pointed that out, but I don't fully agree with that. And I'll tell you why.
If you pick on slow kids.
Of course, every day. And you not see my Tekken. Disrespect Central. But no, like, I get that, especially for the devs. Don't take me as this bashing the devs, because I'm not. But this kind of thing, I feel like, is starting to have people settle on these kind of mistakes. Because literally, just like we just said, Witcher 3 had problems too. And you think that a group will learn from these kind of things. Let's just not even take into account the people before you that have had the exact same thing you've done. Like, say, Avengers, for example.
Oh boy.
That have had pretty much this kind of same problem. You would think you would learn something from that and maybe say, maybe we shouldn't do this. But, like, you still do it anyway. And now there's, like, this thing of, like, well, it'll get better over time. It'll get better over time. But that shouldn't be the standard. And I feel like as we go further into the gaming industry and whatnot, it's starting to become the standard of, it's a broken mess at start, but that's okay. That's not okay.
You actually do have a good point there. Like I don't pre-order or buy a game day one or week one and just expect it to be a broken game. It's like, well, I guess I'll just hope that it gets better.
Mm-hmm.
No, like that you're right. It might set a practice to other developers too. Like if they bounce back from this, like it might set a really bad example of just like, yeah, we can do this too. We can send out like a half-finished game and, say so. It's like, ask forgiveness later kind of situation. So I can kind of see what you mean.
Gabby asks, do you think they kind of fetishize trans people in a way?
Well,
not in the game. Not in-game anyway.
Later, but I guess I can answer it now. So,
go ahead. Maybe I'm not far enough, and maybe they do something different. So go ahead.
Well, I think she's going back to the advertisement that went around with the whole thing with the cosplayer. Was she a cosplayer? I can't remember. But they kind of put into the outright of the whole trans thing being at the forefront, and people were like, "That's not the way you're supposed to do that," and whatnot. It was very distasteful. Let's say the way they did it. But if you look at the interview they had about that, about the person who suggested it and did everything about it, that wasn't her intent. In fact, it was more on the lines of kind of going with the theme of the game and like the whole corpo aspect of it, of like trying to throw something out there in order to get the money off of people to go buy into it.
Okay, I see. Like, look how progressive and woke we are.
Exactly.
Right.
Like it was kind of pointing that out.
And then they took out their checklist and checked off trans positivity.
Exactly.
It's like, that's not how it works, dude.
And I guess it just came out wrong, the message, which, I mean, it kind of did if you really look at it. But at the same time, I get it, because once you've gone through the game enough, you see where she was coming from. Because those kind of things do pop up in the game. And you do have to kind of make choices about those things in yourself in the game. So I see why you can think it's kind of fetishized in a way, especially like going back to the whole dick thing. Like, I wanted my dick to be like this or whatever. That could have also been kind of a fetishized thing that they were trying to pull off to make more people come into the game. Like, hey, you can have your girl, but she can have a giant wang, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I don't think that was really what they were going for. Especially if you, like, if I can find the article for you, Gabby, I'll link it to you. But, like, when you read where her thoughts and process it makes sense. Dang it, I missed my thought process of what I was saying before that.
I think, if I remember, we were talking about, like, setting a certain practice or standard.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. So, going off of that, like, yes, I do think that they should be called out on this. That being said, on the other side of things, stop throwing death threats at developers and whatnot.
Oh, God.
You're doing it again.
Of course, because people are stupid.
That's true.
And I think that's why there's so much pushback on this kind of criticism, is because that seems to be the thing that's out in the forefront of these extreme people who keep yelling into this guy like this bullshit that it keeps happening. And there's not really a middle.
Like you can't take these guys seriously because of all the death threats.
Exactly. It's like, well, you should just let them do what they need to do, and it'll get better over time and all this other stuff. And most likely it will. If you go by what we're not going to go by what the head just said, but why the developers and stuff have said. But yeah, it probably will. It's just like there needs to be a middle ground. They need to be called out on it, but not to the point where like we're literally threatening. But like that's my like viewpoint on it. And a lot of times when you hear this kind of thing, you hear just one. one side, and that's it.
It's pretty much like whichever's the loudest. Yeah.
Yeah. There was something else I was gonna say, but now I'm stuck on the trans thing. I guess I can go on to the thing that the CEO person. Well, I don't know if he was CEO. He was a big head, but he was talking about like how throwing shade at Avengers, how they weren't getting taken off of the PlayStation Store, and that they should be like issuing a bunch of refunds and stuff too, and whatever. Basically, throwing a bunch of shade so to get them off of them.
And like sounds like super petty too.
Yes, very petty.
Yeah.
But there's other than the fact that it's petty, there's a bunch of problems with that kind of statement in itself. For one, going off of what Gabby asked in the chat earlier, the embargo thing. What people might not know is that when it came to reviews about this game, there was a clause that if you were reviewing this game, you had to use footage that they gave you in your clips, not your own.
Yeah.
And you can do that until after the date the game was out. So
yeah, that's total cover-up bullshit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I was talking like. You can't call out Avengers for that because they gave you a literal beta to try the game out before you bought it. You knew you were getting into it, Avengers. Nobody truly knew what they were getting into with Cyberpunk.
That's true.
Yeah.
And there was another thing on top of that happened.
Well, like that's what I'm saying, Gabby, is like they knew about all the bugs and everything. They knew they were releasing it in a bad state, and they were putting in those clauses and shit to make sure that like the public didn't know until it was too late.
Mm-hmm. And now they have to backtrack now, doing the very thing that I think they should be called out on, and a lot of people are kind of like, well, you know.
Only tried.
Free updates for everybody.
Which is one of those things where, like, going back to your old, like, the free DLC stuff and whatnot, they really should throw something in there. Because this is all kinds of shady.
Yeah.
Especially the fact with the whole refund things and having a problem with that, including the very first statement they did, which they really should have been way more specific with their statement, which is about the whole, like, you can get your refunds, you just gotta go through the normal refund process, not that you're guaranteed one.
Yeah, they're having. I heard some people are not getting their refunds.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and they only have really themselves to blame on that. Like, if they release something so well, and to be honest, PlayStation might be slightly to blame for that too, with their whole like whatever. But that's a whole nother story in itself. But like, literally, they only have themselves to blame for them getting delisted. Like, literally, just think, Fallout 76, probably the worst game, literally coming out ever almost, is like, it hasn't even done that, been delisted. Freaking White Tiger, if you even know what that is, hasn't been delisted, and that's probably the worst game of all time.
I think the reason is because they're just so highly anticipated. You know, it didn't have like the buzz of White Tiger.
White Tiger is underrated, man.
Another thing I'm kind of wondering about is like, I wonder if Sony had like some money invested in this too.
Well, see, and that kind of goes with like the story of I was saying, like, when it came to like the lower consoles and whatnot, they usually have like a kind of process they need to check on the games to make sure it's like functional and whatnot. But the process they tend to do is, will it break the console or anything like that? Not really is the game actually functional. But normally they're a little bit more heavy-handed on it than usual. I don't think they were with this game. I think they were just like, oh, it's Cyberpunk, okay.
That's what the kids like.
This is the kids are into these days, right? Let it go. Now it reminds me of the No Man's Sky situation because it's yeah, exactly. It's a really big clusterfuck of things that happen, and it's still going. They can't catch a break because literally CD Projekt Red just ran into another thing with China, and they're listing another game.
Yeah.
Like how there's apparently like a bunch of companies that are just like really desperate for the Chinese money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Movies, especially.
Which is so ironic because Cyberpunk 2077 come out. It's like we were trying to fight the man and everything, and the whole trans thing was a mistake. And oh, we want that Chinese money though.
God, international cash.
Like fucking that's like one of those fucking things too where like you see that a lot in like movies or games or something where it's just like, yeah, we have an anti-corporate message, we have an environmental friendly message, and meanwhile the companies that are doing it are like the exact opposite of what they're trying to fucking hawk.
Exactly.
It's like that dog meme with the buff dog and the crying dog. It's like, yeah, stick it to the man. It's like, oh, please don't ban us.
Because No Man's Sky signed with Sony, and it was the high hope is I had to release the day and the date, and that's why we got what we got. Yes. Pretty much same. And like I said, I'm not really blaming the developers, because even the developers are coming out saying they're extremely pissed off with how things came out. Mm-hmm. I'm not going on with them on that. It's more of like they're higher ups. They're like the real pieces of shit. But as I always state there, it shouldn't have came out with the current consoles. If it didn't do that, we would not be here. I'm telling you.
I 100% agree.
But I think that's really all I had mostly to say without like going through like a giant thing of notes.
Plus, I mean, like for I imagine for a lot of people, it's just kind of beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish them the best, but if you're really on that side of like it'll get better, I'd say maybe reevaluate your thinking there. Just
your
a little
expectations.
bit.
Just lower your expectations just a wee bit.
But no, I guess we can move on to the Game Awards or the Last of Us Awards.
Or the ads that we sat through for 3 hours.
Like Sephiroth and the Last of Us Awards.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I can't remember anything else.
Same.
So after going back a little bit, there are some things I was excited about for the last. I almost called it the Last Awards again.
I mean, it really was, because if I'm reading this right, I think Gabby's calling it the fighting game of the year also.
Yo, there was a meme about that where everything that came like announced, it was just like The Last of Us Part 2. It like it didn't go through any of the other nominations. For best fighting game, The Last of Us Part 2. For best indie game, The Last of Us Part 2. Like the only thing that went like more than one was like the best voice actor. It was like Ellie's voice actor and Abby's voice actor.
I mean, I'd believe it if it actually was nominated for fighting game of the year.
Hey, One Punch Man made it in there. Might as well. Oh my gosh, I was dying when I saw it, because you had like these people with like numbers, like how the fuck?
I'm like, fucking, we were baffled as shit when it won Best Action Game.
Literally, like the second it won, like I forgot which award it won. Oh, narrative. When it won that award, I knew it was just gonna win everything else. Anything else it was in, it was done.
It's like, why are we even watching this? Oh yeah, ads.
Yeah.
Like that is funny though.
At least
like,
that's a little unpredictable.
we were waiting for ads because it's like, okay, well, let's see what fucking games we can get now.
Which I will say, like, other than Sephiroth, another thing I was excited for was Perfect Dark's return.
Oh yeah.
I was very excited for that. There was the Back for Blood, which the beta is out, not beta, alpha is out, and it's pretty fun.
Left 4 Dead 3?
Pretty much.
Oh man, I hate that I didn't get in.
I was trying to get your code, but everybody's already giving it to everybody else. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, there's the kind of return of the Dead Space series. It's not Dead Space, but it might as well be probably the next Dead Space, probably, when we get gameplay. So probably going to be like Left 4 Dead 3, but Dead Space 4.
What was it called? I thought it was like, the whole trailer gave me Dead Space vibes.
I think it started something with a C, I think, or something like that.
Yeah. One of those one-word games.
Oh, God.
And then there was a bunch of indie games, and then Mass Effect 6 Garrus Returns. You know what? I'd be okay with that.
Me too.
I need to know what he
Ready
did
to
with his
literally fuck
celebrations.
everything.
But yeah, that's returning. I don't know how that's returning though, because I'm pretty sure the person who picked up the N7 thing was Liara. I'm fairly sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to be doing with that, because does that mean they're going to be leaving Andromeda behind? And
Is it a retcon? I don't know.
Exactly. Like, where are we going with this?
Well, because Andromeda is not connected to the original timeline, right?
I don't believe so. I never played it.
Technically, no, but yes. I mean,
Yeah, I
because
heard about being a little confusing.
it was before. It was before, how do I explain this? Okay, they left before the Reapers came, but by the time you get to them, thousands of years have passed, because they've been in like light speed for a long time into a new kind of area. So technically, yes, but no.
Brain melting. Yeah, understand.
But just know that technically Andromeda still could be its own story, really. Just with certain things that happen that are a part of like the Mass Effect universe. Just go with that.
We'll just say it can be different, and that's it.
Yeah, just go with that. But now I'm just kind of wondering what they're going to do, because the Reaper's story, side story. Let's just go with that, side story.
Yeah.
D&D games less complicated than this.
But no, like, I do wonder, because the Reaper story is over. It's done.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they could possibly go after this. I mean, you're definitely going to have a whole new protag. Like,
Absolutely. You can't have, like, Shepard 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, don't we clone Shepard?
Wait, no, don't say anymore. He hasn't played them yet. Say no more. That's always been kind of vague.
I kind of know about Star Children at the end of 3, but I don't know the full context, so I still basically don't know.
Okay.
There's like one thing I will say about every
almost
Mass
like
Effect.
it just slipped my mind. It's like, oh yeah, he didn't play.
Oh yeah, this nerd didn't play shit.
One thing I'll say about every Mass Effect, they always start off crazy. Every single one, they all start crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's why it's like, don't say anything else, because that one thing that you're about to say,
yeah,
was
I
like,
caught,
whoa.
God, me.
Just an alarm starts blaring.
But a lot of people are saying that's probably their game announcement that was there. Still no Elden Ring. Still no gameplay of Dragon Age. Although BioWare is kind of in a rough spot right now, which is another reason why I wonder about Mass Effect.
When's Jade Empire 2?
Never. My dreams are dead. Don't remind me about Elden Ring. Well, the funny thing about that, Gabby, they reminded you of Elden Ring. The awards reminded you of Elden Ring. When they said what the most anticipated game was, it was Elden Ring.
Yeah, didn't it win like the award for that?
Yeah, it won the award. Not a single thing else. It's like, okay, we're just gonna let that one go, I guess.
I voted for that too.
Better luck next year, right?
When Last of Us 3 comes out.
Oh, jeez. I was surprised that didn't get announced.
That would have been too, like, okay, this is rigged.
Well, I mean, like, you never know. They could end up coming out with, like, super Last of Us 2.
Undeniable evidence.
I mean, if they do what they did with The Last of Us Part 1, we're about to have, like, 3 different versions of that damn game.
Yeah. It's like fucking one day, like a Naughty Dog rep will just wake up, or will just fucking go to your room and just like start slamming a copy into your face. Just like, you love Abby, you fucking love Abby.
It's like a giant buff blonde girl too.
Say she's the best character.
And for anybody saying no, I don't hate the actress of Abby. She's actually a cool person on YouTube. I just hate the character. I saw a post about The Last of Us 2 selling less copies than the rest of the games of the game. But see, I've also heard about that it didn't sell nearly as well as people might have thought it did. Also, Can somebody tell me where all these defenders came out of somewhere?
For Last of Us.
Yeah, like when the game won and like the Twitter poll came, all these defenders like, yeah, it won. It's like, where were you?
I was like, where were you before? Did you buy the game, or are you just like, I have to defend it because everyone else is shitting on it?
I'm thinking that's what happened. It's like literally y'all were nowhere when this thing was getting shit on.
Like fucking crickets.
The second it was like, yeah, I love that game. It's like, didn't you like shoot it with a shotgun? It's like, I'm trying to think what else happened at the Game Awards that was pretty neat though. Oh, I still think somebody should really meme that part where the girl was like behind the glass. And like, what is
that was
happening
weird.
here?
Like, I get social distancing, but she's like, she's a stalker.
She really did. Don't open that door. I want to make a meme format out of that. Me minding my own business, my ex. Or, better yet, Cloud enjoying his Smash thing, and Sephiroth right outside the window. I love the memes about that, because it's just like, there's no way where Cloud can go where Sephiroth's just not going to find him.
At this point, yeah.
I'm in the city, yes, so am I. Oh shit, well I'm in Smash, haha, so am I. Holy shit.
I'm here, guys, you thought you could get away from me.
Bitch, you thought. You showed Naughty Dog behind the window with Mike. Yo, Gabby, did y'all see when Among Us won? Did y'all see in the background where there was like this little thing? It had Jeff Keighley's face on it.
I missed it.
What is that? That's creepy. Oh man, Cloud had the worst. He just can't get away from him.
Seriously.
Oh man, but have you tried them yet, Moops? Sephiroth?
I don't even have the season pass.
So you can't even do the boss thing.
No, because like I don't have the season pass because I don't want to get Minecraft Steve.
Yeah.
Plus,
Why not? We got a problem, Steve?
He's too square. No, I'm just kidding.
Squares killed my family. Sephiroth is alright to me. He's cool, but I don't know. So, I have also heard that he's alright.
I've seen the showcase a couple times. I can believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
He the range of his attacks is like, or rather, the directions that his attacks go when he uses his sword can be like real specific, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd think he'd be like doing like a bunch of like crazy wide swings and all that stuff. Like basically he'd be like living in a bubble, but he's actually like fairly more like straightforward, like stabs a lot. He hits in like real specific angles and directions and stuff. So it's just like I can actually see that you have to, if you're gonna be like a Sephiroth main, you have to dedicate to be a Sephiroth main.
His range is kind of like Byleth, but he's mid at best. Ooh. Interesting. Also, I will say, and I'm probably gonna be like nitpicky as hell saying this, but I like the fact that he has the boss thing going for him. But I wish Very Hard was more. Like, I wish that maybe what happens, right? Like, you do the Very Hard, you're beating him, and then you win. And then he turns into the giant Sephiroth thing. And then you have to beat that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I've been hearing, like, the Very Hard or whatever, it's very easy, apparently.
Gabby. Oh, no.
I like that he has nipples. Does he? I can't remember.
Well, he does have a
think he
shirtless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a shirtless version. I just thought they took the nipples out.
Because Smash is for good boys and girls.
I know, right?
They can't keep their everyone rating. That's nipples on there.
he's already more powerful than Street Fighter Cross Tekken Jin because he has nipples. No. I was kind of interested in his gameplay, but when I saw it, I was kind of a little unimpressed. I'm not gonna lie. Like the one character if I wanted to play would be Terry. So
Yeah, that's the one guy you were just kind of like, you know what? I would actually try Smash now.
yeah.
But like, I'm definitely like, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna definitely get Sephiroth as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to wait like a normie because I don't have the season pass since like there's a lot of characters that I had. There's a bunch of characters that I don't have from season 1, like Violet.
I forgot Min Min was even a thing.
Yep.
I would rather play Cloud than Sephiroth. I think you're not alone in that.
I'd rather play Sephiroth than Cloud.
I think you're not alone in that.
I want to play both.
I think you're not alone in that. And I guess I'll be the one to say neither. So there we go. We have all sides of the spectrum. We made it Minecraft Steve Square. Anyway, is there anything else about the Game Awards you wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, Vin Diesel.
Oh, game that we
God.
didn't see any gameplay of.
Yeah.
Dawn, was it Zero Horizon Part 2?
Oh, Ark. Although it might as well have been.
Yeah.
No, I was not expecting Ark of all the games. I just thought it was going to be a prequel to Fast and Furious, and you show that he's an immortal vampire.
They ride the dinosaurs like they ride the cars.
Mm-hmm. Was
He's
that
fucking
PS1 Fast and
With
Furious?
family.
He's one of the fucking pillar men from JoJo.
I still can't believe that thing's about vampires. That was not what I expected. From
I mean, like, there's some shit I want to talk to you about for JoJo, but we still have to do that fucking part 3 video.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, and that game you're talking about that was talked about last year came out this year, and I think 27 people played it on Steam, and that was it.
Wait, the Fast and Furious game's out?
Yeah, it's been out for like a few good months now.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I literally, like, I think 26 people, maybe 27 played it on Steam, and that was it. There might be more, but it was not good.
I legit thought it was still in development.
No, it's hilariously bad. Well, I don't even know if it's hilariously bad. It's just really bad. Like, you know it's a Fast and Furious game when you don't go Fast and Furious.
Oh my god. When's Shaq Fu?
Better than Fast and Furious.
Holy shit.
But I will say this, though, for anybody who's trying to knock on the Vin Diesel trying to get in this game and on, he is probably a bigger nerd than most people.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, he's a huge nerd.
He'll beat you in trivia night. Especially D&D trivia night.
Oh no.
Gabby just calling out 2020.
It just should. Like, outside of that, there really wasn't much that was just super memorable about the Game Awards.
Pretty much just Sephiroth and Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
In Perfect Dark for me. But
And Last of Us 2.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
And to be fair, like, Keanu has that present about him that makes people excited for him. Like, Vin Diesel, he's only really known for one thing now.
Yeah, and that's the Fast and Furious series.
Family.
Yeah.
Well, like this, I don't think that's necessarily the problem. I think it also depends on what projects they were coming off of. Because, like, for example, when they revealed Keanu for Cyberpunk, like he's still running off of that high from what's it called? That's a different movie. John Wick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, where are you going with this?
Yeah. Because he's still riding off of the high from like the John Wick franchise. People still love him for that because like those movies are really good. Well, except maybe for 3. But anyway,
I haven't
But
seen 3, to be honest.
like you can watch it for the dumb action. I wouldn't say watch it for the plot.
Hmm.
Um, but like it's pretty much like you say for Vin Diesel, he's just pretty much known for uh he's just pretty much known for Fast and Furious, you know. So it's like that buzz isn't gonna help him much.
That's true. When you got like this, when Keanu, he has like how many movies under his belt? Even though he's not like the greatest actor, he's the more likable one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Got Bill and Ted, Matrix.
Mhm.
Shoot, I'm missing like there's one movie I'm keep
John Wick.
blanking out. John Wick, yeah, that's what you just said.
I was thinking about too.
Yeah,
I just Gabby, I just hope part 4 is better than part 3. Like I'm saying, 3 is like 3 is the worst of them, but even then it's still watchable. I still saw it
Weren't they
twice.
supposed to make a TV show before that?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Was it starring Keanu Reeves?
I don't think so. I think it was more about the place he used to work for.
Then who cares?
I mean, a lot of people would. There's a world building there.
3 didn't do shit for that.
I can't answer on 3. I forgot
Yeah.
who is even 3. There's someone else that was pretty prominent in 3.
What's her name? Halle Berry.
That's who it was. It's like John Wick for the action. And I feel like that's all you really need for John Wick. Like, you don't really need a plot. Like, literally, guy lost his dog, goes on a rampage. That's what you need.
yeah. That's what made me watch the first movie. It's like, it's a revenge film, but instead of like my wife or my daughter, it's like my dog. It's like, finally something.
My
we
wife's
can all
dog.
relate.
My wife's dog.
I mean, yeah, but like, cause let me put it this way, Gabby, cause like my big issue with light spoilers, I guess, or kind of spoilers, I don't know. Cover your ears, Jess. My big problem with John Wick Part 3 is that John Wick ends the same way he starts, and that's all I'll say.
He has
And
3
does-
dead
Stone
dogs.
Cold
One for each.
Damn.
Shit.
That's just fucked.
World on fire then. Like that's what I hated about John Wick Part 3.
Abuse to the max. PETA is like a shitstorm of things now.
Okay, are you kidding me? PETA would fucking call John Wick as their hero.
Why? Let's say you're losing dogs. You're in danger. We're that stupid.
For one dead dog, there's like 500 people dead.
Yeah, but the dog. You know, that's the only thing about, I think, between Vin Diesel and them. It's just that.
I think star power is definitely like different between the two, which is why the impact is different.
Yeah.
But I think we can go past the Game Awards now, right?
Sorry, I'm just reading what Gabby said.
Dying dogs make a powerful movie. Dying animals really make a powerful movie.
They do.
Imagine killing
you
a
know-
turtle. It's like, what's wrong with you?
What the fuck? Oh wait, because you're up to date on JoJo, right, Sarah?
Oh yeah, I watched all the parts. Anime
Okay, then
form.
yeah, fucking. You want to talk about turtle scene? Talk about part 4.
Okay, yeah.
Turtle.
Okay, let's move on because we're just fucking getting distracted.
That's what Keanu Reeves does to us, man. And now we
And
can
Diesel
move
can do
on. He can't do that. He just talks about family. But
Last thing I said before we move on, I want to see John Wick at Meet the Turtles. There, last thing. Move on.
oh jeez.
All right.
Okay, Twitch word ban.
Yeah.
So their town hall was a shit show. Let's just start off with that. And this has been going on as far as this shit show for almost years now. where a lot of people keep asking Twitch to do something, and instead they do the very opposite, or they do something that skates around the actual topic itself.
Yeah.
So, in this recent thing, they've banned the words simp, incel, and virgin. Instead of the...
No, I'm banned.
And now we've lost the channel. Damn.
The fucking podcast just cuts in the middle of it.
Before I even say the last one.
And
Yeah, it doesn't seem like, I guess it's universal now. I don't think anyone's happy about this. It's like,
no.
who cares? Can you ban things or address the music DMCA issue, or
Yeah, the giant
are we
problem.
gonna, like, the giant elephant in the room instead of like, oh, we're gonna ban simp and incel and virgin because we find those way too offensive.
those
I'm like,
words make people feel bad.
What about
There's a
these
lot of
other
words out
words?
there that make people feel bad. You can turn anything and make people feel bad.
What about these racial and homophobic slurs that keep popping in the chat? Oh, those are fine.
Are you not that? What the fuck?
Excuse me? I thought it was cool to call somebody the N-word.
Is it not?
Am I not hip with the kids anymore?
No, it's the children who are wrong.
Until
I
Twitter
just
started.
think it's kind of super silly. Like, it's weird. It's like, we're gonna take these memes that pretty much has no meaning anymore. People have abused them. They don't know what the terms really are. Like, simp is for anything. You say, hey, maybe we shouldn't call that girl the N-word. Really, shut up, you simp. It's like, it just lost all meaning. It really isn't I don't find it offensive. Even if even people trying so hard to write simp and stuff like that, it's just like, it just becomes humorous.
It's lost the meaning and it's lost the punch.
Yeah, like, simp is just another word for white knight or whatever. Ban that.
So if we go with the original term for it, it's just the short form of simpleton. So people are just more idiotic for using it.
But I thought it was in the beginning, and then you started saying, like, oh no, it actually means this. I was like, okay. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah, like I said, these words have lost any sort of real impact or meaning, especially incel. Like, how quickly I remember hearing that word around when the Joker movie was coming out. And everyone was afraid, and you see like big papers. When I say papers, I mean just news sources talking about, and people were afraid that these incels would come out and, I don't know, shoot up a theater or something. I don't know. It's just like, and since then, people have used it to such a comical effect. Again, it's something that just loses its meaning over time, and a short period of time too. I feel like maybe I'm gonna give a slight sliver, like a small inkling, that Twitch was trying to do something good, but it just blew up in their faces. But they're gonna stand by it. They're not gonna really, I don't think they're really gonna enforce it, but they're definitely gonna like probably ban it out of context. A lot of Twitch streamers, if they dare write it in the chat or something.
I think that, like, one thing that they might try to do to show that they're quote unquote serious about like enforcing that shit is that they're gonna find like one big streamer or like someone that's like sufficiently big enough, right? Yeah. And they're probably gonna be like, to show we're serious, we're gonna fucking like ban this Twitch streamer because they said simp, like fucking Wesley Snipes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole tax thing.
See, it's just I don't know if they're gonna do that, because if it is, it's not gonna be somebody huge. Because I can think of somebody immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can think of somebody it's immediately that you could do to make a statement on that. But I know they wouldn't touch him.
Yeah, but like I'm saying though, it's gonna be like it's just someone. They're just gonna use someone to prove a point.
And yeah, you're right. Like, until Twitter started bullying them, and then they addressed. And not only that, they addressed one word. They didn't address all the other ones that people were talking about. You need to address. They addressed one word. It's just like, yeah, that's a bad thing too. And I'll tell you what they're probably going to do, because I've seen it enough being a mod in some people's chats. They're gonna make it so that it pops up for mods, and it won't be sent to the chat, and the mods have to decide what to do with it.
Oh my god.
That's what they're gonna do.
God, what? Because yeah, I've had that happen before in this streamer's channel that I used to frequent. Like I used to frequent Lieutenant Eddie's chat, and I think it was like, I forget if it was like the word bitch or virgin or cuck or one of those words, right? Like I'd be using it as a meme, and it'd be like, oh well, we're gonna fucking send your word to your message to the mods and see what they think, and it's just like I just have to wait a little bit before it gets like allowed.
I'm still in the camp of make words that are so common, but make them dirty enough that Twitch will just have to ban so many words. Like, you know,
ban Twitch.
Like now incels or Twitch mods or something like that. Like, just keep calling people Twitch mods, like in an offensive way possible, and then Twitch will have to ban the word Twitch. It's like those dirty Twitchers. Okay, now we're banning the word Twitch. We're now called Blurpy or something like that. It's just drive them up the wall. Just keep pushing.
Find the fucking president's name and then use that as an insult.
Didn't she talk on the town hall? I'm pretty sure she did. I'm pretty sure we know who it is now. Which I'm actually not gonna say that. Actually, that's gonna come out wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we know who it is now. Even though I had no idea who it was up until that point. But like, it is interesting that they went for these kind of things and not like the big elephants in the room. And another thing that came up that I've been seeing a lot is that there's still no trans tag for Twitch, which is one of those things. You know what the bad thing? This is on me too. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought it was always there. But now that I know that it's not a thing, that's kind of dumb. But like that should have been something that should have been dealt with years ago. Well, a lot of things that we're coming up now should have been dealt with years ago. But that one in particular is just like, really? This is still a thing? It's just type it in there. Just let it happen. But it's like it's so weird that Twitch is so willing to skirt around the big problems and to quote make somebody happy. They'll just tackle these just little bitty things nobody really cares about. We did that. All right, pick that one.
It really depends on like who's in charge of this like whole department thing, because you never know. It could be like I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just thinking about this situation where where some of the like some of the portraits in Hearthstone have been censored, and Eddie one time asked, like the Lieutenant Eddie, because he's actually had like he has a bit of a working relationship with the dudes at Blizzard, and he said that like he was asking, why are there like some portraits that are being all censored and shit, and he said like they told him that it like turns out most, if not all the staff or almost all the staff like is actually like really doesn't care about like the sexualization in the portraits. It's just one person that I guess like is in the right position, so it's like they're bothered, so they have to affect like the whole thing. And I wonder if it's like a similar idea where it's just like a lot of people in Twitch are actually like in the same point of view as like the rest of the public, but it's just one person in the right spot that is fucking up everything.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much gaming industry as a whole a lot these days. One person's just right where they really don't need to be, and then something stupid happens. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. But like, I honestly do wonder what they're gonna do next, because they've been very like not well unpredictable in these last couple of months at least. Like even starting the beginning of this year, it's been like a downhill spiral.
Yeah, it kind of is. I don't stream on Twitch. I very rarely do. But I've just been like, I do watch other Twitch streamers. More, I have done it more this year than I have in any prior year, but I do see them like complain. And well, I say complain, they have valid arguments. To be fair, Twitch has been fucking up pretty hard, and I can understand from the outside perspective, like, oh, this might be really frustrating as a creator, that it just constantly like having your content taken down because of a 30 seconds, if that, of music that played, or this, like I said, this whole banning words thing that you, like, for any Twitch streamer that's been using it like in a comical sense, can't say those things anymore. It's just like one problem after another. It's kind of weird. It's kind of reminded me when YouTube in 2019 kept fucking things up really hard too for creators.
Yep. It's kind of going back to the part I just made about Cyberpunk. You see what have happened to YouTube, and you did nothing. You know these problems will probably be coming to you. You did nothing to stop it. And technically, you're still doing nothing to stop it. You've seen what you could do from YouTube's perspective. They've laid the groundwork. It's not great groundwork by any means, but it's there.
But like we've also made the argument before too, where it's like, you know, they need like a real big challenge to like threaten to take away like their shit.
Yeah,
and they got it. DMCA about to fuck them up.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, if YouTube play their cards right, they could really make, you know, Twitch sweat just a teeny little bit. But at least that will get the ball rolling. But damn, I just have no faith in YouTube right now. Like, I really want them to, but at the same time, I just think they're gonna be like, we're just kidding.
Like they're just both fucking up in like individual in like totally separate ways, so that they can't they're not getting in each other's way.
Yeah.
Although if this new law passes that's been going around, they're gonna be really fucked up in a second. My
What
bad,
law?
GG's. Oh, you haven't heard about the new DMCA felony thing?
Nope.
Yeah, I forgot which, was it a senator who said this, or someone?
Some kind of senator
who said like there should be jail time for people who breach DMCA or something like that. It's like, so imagine your Twitch. I don't think it's gonna happen. I did look into it. I seriously doubt it. But it's just funny how it's like, if you dare play a song, he's so getting his pockets filled by these music companies.
Oh,
but
I'm sure.
if you it's just leaking out of his pocket, his $100 bills falling out as he walks. But he said, like, if you breach DMCA, you should get jail time. Like a Twitch streamer should get like, yeah, Ninja, you're going to jail for playing 2 seconds of music or something.
He can fuck right off.
Oh, that gunshot, like, is I heard that before. That's copyrighted. Gotta go. I've heard that win before. Jail time for you, buddy.
Yeah, like I said, I seriously doubt, if you read into it, you doubt it happened. This guy is just like a colossal asshole to begin with. But it's just so ridiculous. It's like,
most senators are fucking colossal assholes.
Yes, this one more so than usual. But it's just like more so like, what's the difference? But yeah, it's at least others are a little subtle about it. Yeah, jail time for playing music on your stream. Fuck off.
Seriously.
He's trying to propose it as a form of pirating.
It's like, you know why? Because that guy's probably a virgin.
Maybe an incel. Maybe he's a simp. That pile of emo always kills me. Maybe he's Twitch staff. Oh no.
That's the worst.
He's the one guy.
Dude, maybe that should be the word. Twitch staff.
Oh no. Put that as a emote.
Like, you were kind to a female streamer? What are you, Twitch staff?
Hate to see it. Oh man. But no, I do hope things get better, because I have been hearing, like, outside of myself, because I'm slowly moving off of Twitch for now, that more people are considering the YouTube streaming stuff. I don't know how it works. I do know that the super chat thing is apparently easier on YouTube than it is on like Twitch and whatnot as far as
But
donations.
someone explained it to me. It does sound a little bit easier. Even I, like that rare time I was watching someone stream on YouTube, I was just able to. I'm gonna give you some dollars here, I guess. Something that's I still, you guys know better than me, so sorry if I sound super ignorant. When it comes to Twitch, like subscribing and bits and donating, it just confuses me as someone who just watches. Yeah, so I'm just a casual watcher, and YouTube makes it a little bit more accessible. And those are your, like, people you're trying. That's your audience. It's people like me who are stupid. People say, "Oh, we're gonna get bits now and subscribers and this and that." Like, where do I go just to donate something? Just click a button.
It is a lot.
Send me $5, and that's it. There you go.
Money.
So at least YouTube makes it a little bit more clear.
Money is money.
Ass is
ass. I can definitely understand that. It should be more simplified because honestly, bits aren't much of nothing, to be honest. Like, you can see, like, man, thanks for the 1,000 bits. That's just like $10.
Yeah.
And like most people probably even know that. Like you said, if they're just watching to watch, they'd be like, "Oh, that's a lot of bits. Yeah, that's crazy."
It's like, wow.
Yeah,
deep pockets.
I legit didn't know how much like the exchange value was worth.
Yeah, like a bit is like almost less than a cent, to be honest.
Every time I see like things like bits or coins or points, I just call them space bucks. like, that's the currency. It's like, I'll pay you in like 5 space bucks, which I just like, it could be anything at this point.
I remember one of my friends having to watch 11 ads on Twitch stream, and they just left the stream since they didn't want to sit and watch it. Yeah, because like one of the things about ads, like you can watch some ads to get bits, right? It's like the free way of like getting, quote, money, I guess, so you can give it to the streamers. But for some streams, for some reason, it's like when you click on the thing to get the ad, it's like you've watched all your ads for today. It's like, I haven't watched a single ad today. What the hell?
And I mean, like, of course, you also have the occasional streamer where they will like bust out like 6 to 10 ads, and they put like the stream to the side, and they just force you to watch ads. Like that's happened like plenty of times during fucking match
same
streams.
here. Same here. I don't mind ads. You know, keep them short. I don't care. Whatever you do to make your coin. But I never realized how aggravating it could be. Especially when it's like when it hits the 1 minute mark, it does get a little bit annoying. He's like, fuck it, I'll just catch the recording later.
There was one time I was watching Max, and literally the ad came up, and it was, I think, 30 minutes. It was like a literal 30-minute ad. I was like, what the hell?
Did he make a mistake? Like,
oh god!
When I clicked off and I came back, it went back to that 30-minute ad. So I was just like, I guess I'm done watching Max today.
like it was one of those, an accident.
He doesn't set them up like that. It's just like it gets picked by itself.
Yeah, it's literally it picks itself. Nobody has a choice on what ads get shown on their thing. They just have how many at a time. So that 30-minute thing is like one of 6 possibly that could be happening to fit the quote quota of the hour of watching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's happened to me too, where I've subbed to somebody which is supposed to stop you from getting ads in their stream, and you'll still get an ad regardless for some reason. And it's like, it's a broken system that they still haven't addressed yet. That's been talked about.
God damn it, Twitch. Every single second.
Like, it's like, come on. Like, we don't want the ads. We didn't want to get ad blocker because we wanted to support our streamers. Now you're just making us do it.
You're making us want to update our ad blocker, man. I tried, man. I was being nice.
And then, like, they'll change how they distribute ads, so the ad blocker doesn't work, and so now people are going to try to find a way to get around that ad blocker.
Which I technically have, in a way. Because I don't know if y'all have heard of, like, multi-Twitch or anything like that. But if you're in that, like, of course you can watch it like multiple streams at once, but it never plays ads ever. Like, you never get any ads. So when everybody's like, "Well, look at all these ads," it's like, "What ads?"
I'm just enjoying the stream.
But but people are like, "Man, you're over here and over there too." It's like, because I'm watching on multi-switch. But that's the tech. If you don't want an ad in your experience, get multi-twitch. But I think that's it for Twitch, right?
I think so.
I think so too.
Q. Then we can move on to Avengers and Kate in the future of the game.
Future. I'm just joking.
It's kind of ironic because the next thing that's coming out is about the future. But I finally was able to finish the whole Kate DLC and stuff and whatnot. I'm not gonna lie to you. After like leveling up a good bit, I will honestly say that I do wonder if it was the same team that made all the other characters, because Kate seems like an elite of her own. Like,
It's actually fun.
she's super fun. Like, she is a watered down DMC character.
Oh shit.
Like,
Damn.
like literally, I kid you not. Like, there are times when I'm playing with other characters, and it's like I don't know how to deal with this situation. With Kate, that never really happens. I know there's a way to deal with the situation. I just got to do it. It's like, oh, it's like literally, I messaged you yesterday saying she has a fucking stinger. She has a stinger. She has a helm breaker. When she goes into her super, you can make it in her kit so that when she slashes, it does like a little slash that goes forward and whatnot, like Virgil and shit. Like, it's just like, holy shit, I'm like playing DMC and Avengers.
With Marvel characters.
Like, I kid you, if they just made her have better combo paths and whatnot, I can seriously see this be like a DMC kind of thing happening.
CMC5 with special guest Kate.
They just have her set. They don't even put like any story in it. She's like, oh, hey, I'm here. It's like, cool. And they just fight.
Like how they had Trish and Lady in 4.
Exactly. No story. It just happens. That's what they do with Virgil, really.
Absolutely. 2 cutscenes and he's out.
But no, like, I really do wonder, like, maybe they just was like, okay, we really need to vamp up the next character to a ridiculous level. Oh, what can we do with her? Well, she has a bow and give her a stinger.
Make her Dante.
Featuring Kate from the Devil May Cry series. But the story for her was like, it wasn't anything that was like too really though I will say the ending got me interested, but then when it got to that point, it was over.
And then Captain America.
And then Captain America, oh god, that was a funny ass bug. So Sarah, you weren't there when this happened.
Nope.
But when I was playing and there was like this cutscene that was happening and she was kind of like figuring out her way, Kate was, and stuff, Cap comes in and like half of his face is just missing.
God, oh no. Was it like nightmare fuel? Like, because he's
a little bit. Like, I was not ready for that. Like, what is happening?
Like, the scene that comes to mind is when SpongeBob turns into a snail.
A little bit. Like, I was just, what the fuck is happening? And apparently, it's not a bug exclusive to the DLC. Apparently, this is a known glitch that just hasn't been fixed yet.
God damn it.
But I was like, what? Huh?
I was gonna say, I was thinking like, if I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I was saying like, if you guys watch Attack on Titan, it's the Titan with no face.
Oh man, it might as well have been, because like literally his forehead was just gone. Like, what did you do to Cap? And there is also a bug. I didn't run into it. A friend ran into it, where it tells you the ending of the DLC technically before you even get there. Because if you go into Kate's room, you see something you're not really supposed to till you beat the game.
Oh no.
And I won't spoil what it is, but it's hilarious because in context, if you don't know what's happening, you think that is the biggest bug in the entire game. It's like, okay, that clearly wasn't there. And then like you get the context, it's like, oh, okay. That's still really stupid. But like going off of the future of the game, because like the game is now fun with her, but I do wonder how much longer we're gonna have to wait for even more content now, because it's a team-based game and everybody's probably gonna want to play Kate. So now everybody's not gonna be able to play with each other because they want to play Kate, and that becomes a problem.
I want to play Kate. She's actually fun.
Like, if you're a TMC fan, I would hella suggest playing Kate.
If you ask me, I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna have to battle royale for that shit.
What's up, hey?
Hey, Eddie.
Yo, what's up? My social media ran out, so I took my grandma home. But
How was the wedding?
the wedding was an absolute blast.
Mm.
I was drowning today. I'm be real with y'all.
No.
Like drip was an understatement about how fucking good I looked at today. Like I looked magnificent. I looked amazing. But now, see, I took all of my clothes on, so now I'm comfortable. So you know, there's sacrifices for this shit.
There's levels to it as well.
Yeah, there's levels to this shit, and I was at like level 99 for like 3 hours.
And now you're at 70?
No, I'm at 69,
69.
baby.
Yeah.
Thank you for the alley-oop, bro.
No, anytime. But like we're nearing the ender half of this where we're talking about Cade and stuff.
I came in when you guys were talking about Cap missing a forehead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then how it was nightmare fuel and all that other stuff. Now that's where I came in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was the podcast about today, homeboys and homegirl?
We were talking about Cyberpunk, Game Awards, and the Twitch word ban. But we already passed those topics and we're on the Kate now.
All right, let me give y'all a synopsis on how I feel.
Let's do it.
Cyberpunk mean.
Let's go.
like Twitch, look too little, too late. What was the third one again?
The Game Awards.
The Game Awards mean.
I thought you were gonna say The Last of Us Part 2.
Nah, My Last of Us Part 2 was during the wedding because that's where I won.
No.
All right, like now we're all back. Now we're all good.
Yeah.
We're up to Kate.
Yep, we're up to Kate. Which I was saying, like, I don't know because on the one hand, they need to work on the bugs. There's still a good bit of bugs in there, which I still find, like, my favorite bug so far that I've seen is, like, seeing one of those giant spider things just go straight through a wall and never return. It's like, well, screw you too, then.
Last.
The spider said, "I must go. My people need me."
Exactly. But it's still. I will say though, like, I've ran into the same. Like, not exactly ran, but I've seen the same bug in 2 different games where like the voice acting would happen, but the character's not in the room. Like, and he couldn't get in, so he can't go to the next cutscene. Both one happened in Cyberpunk and one happened in Avengers. This is like, yeah, come on in. It's just, I can't open the door.
Or
Into T-pose in the first person.
like, or you see someone in the cutscene, their mouth is supposed to be moving, but their mouth isn't moving, but they're saying words.
That happened in a cutscene with Kate, where she was talking to the other Hawkeye, and he was saying some real deep stuff, but his mouth wasn't moving at all.
Well,
Telepathically.
that's the thing though. They needed to wear a mask because of COVID. They and it's just like well, they were supposed to have the masks on, but they didn't get around to it. It didn't pass QA yet.
I saw a bug where someone actually wanted to T-pose in first person. Okay, that happened to me with Kate. Like when I was doing a bow and arrow, she has this thing where like if you hold it long enough and let it go, it like pins somebody to the wall. I did that once, but I ended up getting hit at the very same time. Oh, that was in Cyberpunk. Nice. But like when I got hit at the same time, I literally went into first person mode. It's like, how did this happen?
I am now Kate.
I have dissolved into Kate. But there are still some hilarious bugs in Avengers. But at least the one thing that like I still couldn't believe happening, which was the credits like being so frame droppy. They were just like
It's the credits, for God's sake.
They finally fixed that.
Exactly. It's the fucking credits. Who cares? The credits is the worst part of any RPG. You wanna know why? Because in like 9 out of 10 of those bitches, you can't skip them anyway. And it's just like, don't get me wrong. I understand, respect, and appreciate all of the people who worked very hard on the game, but my mans, I want to get out of here.
But, think of it this way. Yeah, you can link it again.
And a lot of times the credits will just like be just the scrolling names. They're not fucking cool fucking credits like the Beautiful Joe ones.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. I don't know when this shit happened, but when they stopped thanking me for playing the game, I just turned it.
You lost me.
I spent all my time playing your goddamn game. Where's my appreciation?
If I beat Persona 5 Royal, right, and then these motherfuckers don't tell me thank you for spending 200 hours on our game, I'm crying myself to sleep that night. Ain't nobody stopping me.
I'm looking at this clip. That's hilarious. How is that happen? Okay, I kind of want to like just get the game for that glitch. I just want to assert dominance.
Yo, what kind of Mexicans are you, bro?
Don't you want to T-pose and assert dominance?
That's the difference between. No. Here's the confusing part, Jazz. Here's the difference between us and the rest of those. Oh shit! I'm on Twitch. I can't say the word I want.
The Twitch staff.
The Twitch staff. The tier 3 subs.
There's a difference between us, FunsexyDB here, and the rest of those tier 3 subs.
There you go.
We don't need the T-pose to assert dominance. We assert dominance just by existing. It's like when I was like 5 years old, I had built the word dominance in Lego blocks and I tripped over that bitch because I had so much of it.
I just T-pose for fun.
I assert dominance for fun. I assert dominance to keep. Just like cursing, I curse to keep my teeth white, right? Even when I was walking my grandmother down, it's just like, yo, like your smile is really bright. It's like, yeah, son, because I assert that dominance. What? Huh? What?
She just T-posed on you at the last second.
Oh, no, it's like a cursive T-pose. It's like the T-pose is there, but like at the bottom it gets a little short, so that's why like it was shorter. It bent down.
Oh man. What was this? Oh yeah, future of the game. I do wonder when they're gonna come out with Clint, and because I think that's the thing that a lot more people are interested in, mainly a story. Yeah, we're still going home to go take a shower and stuff. Yeah.
Usually run these for like 3 hours, Mimic.
Yeah. But I also do wonder which one they're going to focus on first, the next character or bugs. Because I know a lot of people want them to fix the bugs first. But I do wonder if they're willing to wait for that to happen first. Because a lot, like, if you saw the Steam release, like, you can't tell about the the PlayStation thing. Just there's no way to look at the numbers for that. But if you look at like the Steam charts, it did go up as far as people playing it. But that's not gonna last long once they're done with all the Kate stuff.
I'm just laughing at what Mimic said.
That's all. What even is the plot? You have to look it up. So, do you mean like the plot overall, or do you mean like just Kate's plot? Because the plot overall, I would have to go way back to the beginning of the game with Kamala, who Eddie hates. And...
Kate's she wants to eat pizza and strawberry sundaes.
Oh, that's a giant spoiler, Gabby. I don't know if I can say that.
Like, don't say that K word around me.
No. It's like I can't even say her last name because it's another K word.
Don't say that K. What?
Yeah, Kamala Khan.
Khan?
Yeah.
You don't want to take and say it.
She's better than Shao Kahn. There, I said it.
She kind of is because she's
She
meta.
Is this how fucking William Shatner felt? Like what is this? What is like? It's like I'm in the wrong timeline right now. Chronica should have won. Bro. Chronica should have fucking won. Bro. Like what is this? What is life right now? I hate it here.
Oh,
I came home from like having a great time to just like, oh right, I hate myself. Right.
Oh, it's still 2020.
It's still 2020. Man, look, if Kamala got a name change in 2021, I don't know, dog. Shit might be looking up for your boy.
No, I'm actually shocked you didn't know that her last name was Khan.
I think y'all mentioned it. I think last time we memed it.
Mm-hmm.
We were memeing about it. I was like, and I reacted the same way back then, but I forgot.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, it put a smile on everybody's faces, so I regret nothing.
No, but I was gonna ask, when do y'all think would probably be the next DLC for it? Do you think it's gonna be earlier or later?
Can't say I don't play.
Me neither. I just I didn't have high hopes, so.
Fair enough. If I had to take a guess, it's probably gonna be March. For any kind of like new quote content for the game. And I do wonder how the state of the game is going to be by then. Because as we know, it's dropping fast.
It's almost dead at this point.
Which, like I said, like a lot of people did come back for Kate, but that can only last so long.
Yeah.
But outside of that, Kate's fun. If you are going to play the game, immediately go to taking aim and just get her. Also, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that one.
That's it for like me.
All right.
Yeah. Now, is there any side stories we wanted to talk about?
We can talk about the next Dragon Ball character.
Go for it.
All right, so for the people that don't know, the next character that they haven't officially shown a trailer or anything yet, but the next character that's been shown in magazines is going to be Super Baby 2 from Dragon Ball GT. And I'm curious to see like what your guys' opinion on it is, because I had a feeling we'd get another GT character.
I thought it was gonna be a Mega Shenron. Like, that was everyone's guess, and it's like, nope, curveball, Baby 2. I was like, that's okay. I drew porn of that one, so I'm cool with it.
I was told to stay away from GT, so I don't know who that is.
Basically, it's just God, if I get into lore, it'll be stupid. Just think of it like used to be on the same planet. There used to be these two races. Saiyans fucked them up. Baby came back for revenge as this mutant, whatever the fuck, and took over the bodies of certain characters. Eventually, he took over Vegeta, just Majin Vegeta all over again, and
Are you talking about?
it just
are you talking
became
about?
Baby 2, as you see there.
Yeah, you are talking about Baby.
Yeah, just a abridged version of what happens.
Because the short version I was gonna just say is like it's a virus controlling Vegeta's body.
Pretty much, yeah. I thought you were gonna ask like, what is the virus and what's that? It's like, long story short.
It's like, yeah, that's why it's just kind of like, do you really need the? Do you really need
I
the?
really need to know.
It honestly, it should be Baby Vegeta, but voiced by the baby.
I mean, hopefully.
I think like, would it have that same voice? That would be so weird.
No, it wouldn't. Well, I mean, yeah, probably.
I think.
I thought you were talking about the baby there for a second. I was just, I mean, if they can make it work.
Oh no!
I can't get off to this.
I think that in the GT dub they had somebody else do Baby's voice when he was controlling Vegeta.
I think so. I can't remember.
I haven't really seen it in English.
Every time I watch GT, I forget so much of it. I can't even explain why. I don't hate it.
GT.
I just forget big chunks of it.
Big chunks.
Yeah.
Big chungus.
The only thing I remember is that last arc.
I just remember the villains and Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, Super Saiyan 4, the Omega Shenron and Pan and everything else is just a blur.
And like somehow Vegeta cheated his way to getting Super Saiyan 4. I ain't like that. That was real tier 3 subbage of him.
Am I the only one who wanted Pan to go Super Saiyan at least once?
No.
Not the only one.
Wait. I mean, yes, actually, fuck Pan.
I mean, Pan was super annoying, but I really did want her to go. But well, before we had like characters like Caulifla and Kale and Kefla, I really wanted Pan to go Super Saiyan because like I would love to see a female Super Saiyan at the time.
Yeah.
You know? So that was like as annoying as she was. I was like, can you throw her a bone, please?
Fuck you. Well, I'd rather have a black Super Saiyan first than a woman Super Saiyan. I'm sorry. I'm a man who has needs. It's like, screw that, man. Women get all the good perks nowadays. I want a black Super Saiyan.
Please, Toriyama, you hear us?
Win. Holy shit.
If you give him those fucking lips, I swear to God.
Oh shit.
Like,
I think he's walking away from
a black woman Super Saiyan? Don't you mean Wonder Woman? No, I'm sorry. I'm think that's a joke.
We did laugh.
I laughed a little.
Teehee.
It was great.
My endorphins went up.
Don't give me your fucking pity laughs. I'd rather you call me a bitch.
I got my daily dose of serotonin. I am happy.
But I guess if there's any last thing to talk about, the video of Miyamoto showing off the park, the Super Mario Park in Universal Studios Japan. Did anyone see that?
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I really want to though.
Charming. They said they'll open up in other countries, like given time, you know, Universal, right. Orlando, California, Hollywood, and I forgot the last one, but yeah, I really want to go. I don't like amusement parks that much, except for like a few. I mean, one or two, but this really makes me want to go.
I'm not going to Mario Land in the U.S. Screw that.
Looking at it, the only thing that they missed opportunity, they do not have a go-kart racing segment there.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was like, how could you? They have a go-kart ride, which is on rails, but no go-karting.
It's not the same.
No, not the same at all.
I'd fucking be willing to risk COVID for Mario Land.
I'd straight up go to Mario Land, get into one of those carts. I know we don't have like the mystery cubes and shit like that, but I can like hit somebody upside the head with a rock.
Pick something up and chuck it.
Yeah, like that's the term. I'll paint it red, make it a red shell. You know what I'm saying?
Some banana peels out there.
Yeah, I don't even eat bananas. Just give me the banana peels. I'll eat those bitches for you.
It's like fucking Chuck a Rocket. Someone's like, that's not blood, that's a red turtle shell.
Yeah, exactly. That or you give the goat's card nitrous, so that way you have the star effect.
So you actually cram a mushroom in the tailpipe.
We'll make it work.
Exactly.
We'll find a way. We'll find a way.
One thing I do want to say though, because I said this on Jess's stream earlier about Baby, that like the one thing I'm expecting them to do, which I'm gonna be kind of like sad about, is that I'm sure Baby's level 3 is gonna have him go grade 8, and I hate that because I wanted base Vegeta to have that as a level 3 super.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, but base Vegeta really didn't need it. The one ability where he praises the sun and shoots a beam out of his mouth. I think that's probably the preferred one.
I mean, because the grade 8 was like such a huge part in that plot, so that's what like I figured, they would actually bother to do the transformation. But I mean, whatever, it is what it is. I hate it.
I mean, you're right. I'm not saying that it's not crucial, but just for the balance of the game, because there isn't any other great apes. If you want great apes, just go play Xenoverse 2, baby.
Oh no, I don't even mean like he would transform and that's how you play as him. I mean more of like it would just be kind of like the cutscene, like when Goku goes Saiyan 4.
Okay, I see your point now. Now I retort with this. All right, so what's he gonna do? Punch him. That's it.
I mean, you've seen some of the other specials. What else do you want?
Well, I'm pretty sure Vegeta isn't gonna go grade 8 and do like a Super Gallic Gun or some shit like that. If anything, what they should do if they're gonna have a grade 8 character, they should make him have a grade 8, and then he only has one super punch, right? But then when he actually connects the punch to the opponent, it's like the go to horny jail bonk noise.
But I'm not even saying it should have to be the character. It should just be like the cinematic for a level 3.
I see what you're saying. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I ain't listening.
Go to horny jail.
I'm not even horny right now. What's the fuck? What is this? This is trumped up charges. This is what the fuck this is. What is this?
Dude, I saw you posting on the NSFW Discord.
When? I posted a response.
A retort, sir.
Yeah. Wouldn't even. There aren't even titties in there right now. It's some cut off Titan face and my reaction to it. We're talking about some
definitely not safe for work.
Talking about some go to horny jail. This nigga posted like 7 fucking loos today. What the fuck?
It was 10, sir.
How easily my point is proven. You fucking tier 3 sub. I'm gonna abuse the shit out of that.
I'm using that too.
I'm gonna do it.
Let's just post that.
Oh my god.
That is too horny for this not safe for work thing. I just saw what Mimic said. Avengers disassemble. I'm dead.
Whoa. Hold up. How could you say such a thing to me? Yo. How dare you?
That is NSFW.
I thought we were cool enough. How could you turn on me like this? I didn't even call you a tier 3, so how dare you?
Twitch staff member, damn.
I never in my life have I been so insulted, and I'm a black person.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure Eddie knows, Gabby.
Oh, I know. I just I created gold. That's the fuck.
We're just having fun. Yeah, we're just memeing. But I mean, like, that's. Let's see.
My chest hurts.
Sarah, is there anything else about the Nintendo Land that we should know about?
If you've seen pictures, then it was just a tour that Miyamoto was was giving. He was just showing like if you had a special, if you buy, which I assume is gonna be like $50, the special bracelet, he'd go around and find secrets in the park where it'll light up, or you can play small games and interact with I guess the whole theme park, like little things lights up, Mario coin sounds, you get points for it. So they seem to have put a lot of thoughts into this. It's also a maze that's based on like when you go underground in Mario. A lot of cute stuff. Let me just put it that way. It's
sounds
just
so cool.
it's very cute, and it's like, oh man, this is tugging at my heart. I really would love to go one day. And that's basically, if you watch it's a short video, like what, 5 minutes or something, and he just goes around and talks about the park and all the fun things you can do. I still think like if they built it like in the US, they'll probably have even a much larger space to do things, whether it's going to be in LA or Orlando. And I'm going to be looking forward to that. But other than that, it's charming. That's basically what I have to say. It's super charming.
I really want to check out that video. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. It almost like, if you see like videos, pictures of it, like the still photos, it looks like it's like CG or something. That's how bright and colorful the whole park is.
Shit.
It's like, is this real? Oh no, that's real. That's not a render.
Because we're talking about Nintendo right now, I'm surprised you guys didn't talk about Smash yet.
You technically did in the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. Right. Game Awards. Right, I'm sorry. I forgot that Sephiroth got revealed at the Game Awards. I was too busy being salty about The Last of Us 2 winning.
Yeah, we were too.
You're not alone.
I just want to bring up that meme of Sakurai talking about like Sephiroth's front smash being 13 frames and the back one being 15 frames. He was just like, oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm just the guy who wanted to make a part. I shouldn't be talking like this. What's wrong with you?
I love that moment so much.
Like he shat on the entire community, casual, competitive, everybody. Everybody got it that day.
He sat on everyone that was just kind of like, oh, it's supporting. It was like, oh, fuck yourself, Sakurai said.
So like, it doesn't matter. So it's fun.
Oh man. No, I think there was one small story I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it was.
If I called you a tier 3 sub enough, would you remember then?
I don't think so.
Try that anyway, Eddie.
Well, I did everything I could.
Oh, the story about the that one site that was taking all the female streamers.
Oh, I've heard about that.
The what?
So there was this like site that was like literally taking Twitch girls streamers like their streams. Mm-hmm. And like just posting it on their site so like anybody can like look at like a bunch of streams of just nothing but like quote pretty girls or whatever. And it was like the creepiest thing. It was almost
that just sounds like somebody being horny on main, but they were a web developer.
Pretty much. It took tier 3 sub to tier 4.
Shit don't even exist yet. That dude's trying to be a Twitch admin today.
Twitch stuff, just one looking for a promotion.
Right?
No, I'll tell you what happened with you, Gabby. You don't stream enough with your camera. That's probably why he didn't see you.
Yeah, that'd do it. Not streaming with the camera. Like the last time I streamed with the character, niggas just called me a live character all day. And granted, it was funny, but because it was my space, I had to be like all alpha about it. Like, hey, bitch. But I was like giggling at the same time too, so it didn't come off as dominant as I wanted to be. I should have fucking T-posed, bro. Damn it!
You should have asserted dominance.
I tried to assert dominance with my words. It's not like they would have been able to see me T-pose anyway. It would have just been a locked character T-posing. It's just like, oh man, I got to put this unfinished DLC looking ass over here. Like,
is it Cyberpunk unfinished DLC? It might be.
Might.
Oh man.
But that sucks about Cyberpunk though.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks because it's not like the game doesn't have any content. It's just that it's all fucking buggy. So it's like they've made a great game. It's just that had they went with the original plan of dumping the PS4 and Xboner One era and just and releasing it on PS5, the Xbox Series S, and PC, I think it would have been great. I think it also pushed me back some.
Yeah. At least
Which
a
is
year. Yeah. That's what should have happened. Instead, we are here now. With all the problems.
the worst time.
But it is what it is, I guess. And hopefully they will overcome. Even though it still shouldn't be the mentality. I'm going to leave that there.
We can only hope that there isn't a super Last of Us 2.
No!
The Last of Us 2 Deluxe Edition.
The muscular edition. Just for Abby.
Like they just make the game 2-player co-op. Abby has a clone all of a sudden.
She's just slightly smaller, just to the naysayers. Okay, she's not that big anymore.
Say what you want, man. That girl Abby went to the gym.
Yes, she
Yeah.
did.
Like that girl there, man.
And I will always say that. I know people are like say she shouldn't be like that in the apocalypse. Oh, really? Neither should any of these fungus monsters, but they're here.
Like what you mean? Like when that apocalypse hit, it's not like she could just play Burby Sunshine anymore. Like she's over here, like snapping her necks of like fucking fungus monsters and shit.
It's like, and now you're worried about it? What about an entire game ago?
Right. How old was Ellie in The Last of Us 1? Like she was like 14, right?
I think she was even
I
younger
don't
than
remember.
that.
Probably.
And she was younger than that, and she's over here, this little bitty fucking
Taking on armies and shit.
I could flip that little nigga right in the little forehead and send her 50 feet into a plateau like it was a Dragon Ball Z episode. It ain't nobody question that shit then. No, now we just like, yeah. You see Abby, you're just like, yeah, I could probably bash some fucking heads in. But then like, oh no, we can't. Oh no, man, we can't have
Not
that.
realistic.
Not
Man, look at these
not
muscles.
realistic.
So
Man,
unrealistic.
What are they putting in the milk nowadays?
Meanwhile, small Ellie just killing like an entire platoon of people.
Fucking child culture bullshit.
At the age of 12 and shit.
Milk is strong. Milk strong. But
then when Raiden was a child soldier during MGS2, ain't nobody
I
batting
know,
an eye
right?
Oh, he got the nickname Jack the Ripper. Big deal.
It's all fun. It's like yeah, children should be traumatized, but then when they take the trauma and make something of themselves, they're just like, hold up, we don't do that to you. Like,
Character is a Mary Sue.
not even a man. What do you mean? Okay, maybe Ellie was a Mary Sue.
She was a hella Mary Sue.
Maybe, but she cursed before she started slitting throats, so it's just like, is she a Mary Sue, or did she just grow up around niggas? Like, you just gotta have to make that make sense.
Not even my words.
No,
Tell you
man.
what though, I know what Ellie and Abby didn't grow up with.
No, don't say it.
Damn you! Why? Why would you?
I thought you were gonna go so much darker with that.
Oh, I was just gonna say tier 3 subs. What you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say without parents.
Oh,
I mean, technically,
right. I mean that's still correct, but that's not.
I was like, that's dark. Don't go.
Yeah, that's not funny.
yeah.
To some people, it could be.
But besides, this is the guy that missed the chance to say core values in 2019.
But it's 2020.
I know. I just like bringing up that moment.
True.
Your core values is out of whack, dog. You need to work on that shit. Your core values isn't core enough, I guess.
Damn, we're going almond milk? Damn, that's too strong.
Almond milk. Yo, I actually tried that shit one time. It wasn't that bad.
It's not that good.
I love almond milk.
I don't drink milk in general. So
How the fuck are you so tall then, nigga? This is bullshit. I've been drinking milk my whole damn life, and I'm only 5'7". This nigga.
Yeah, maybe that is why it's short.
Like, right? Maybe I should cut milk out of my life, right? Like, what is this shit? What is this shit?
Milk, you're going on a break.
That shit tilted me so hard. I went off my original point. My original point was that almond milk was pretty cool. It was just like, it was weird, right? Because it's like, it's supposed to be almond milk, but it was just like milk that had vanilla in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's just like, oh, I could rock with this. But then we still bought regular milk because it was cheaper and more affordable.
Milk gives you strong bones. Well,
my bones is good. It's the length of them that I'm concerned about.
That's where Eddie wants the refund.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like my skill points got put into like muscle and shit. Horse shit. I wanted height. Some height.
I mean, you're the one that distributes that shit, man.
Shut up. Anybody ask you to say nothing?
I did.
Who asked you? Ain't nobody asked you. Shouldn't you be tier 3 subbing to somebody? Why are you here?
As a matter of fact, I already am.
Who, man? Hook me up. I mean.
Got what you need.
This is why we're here. This moment. This is what the podcast was made for. This moment right here.
This is why we keep coming back.
This is good. But no, that's all I had.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Got nothing else?
I ain't got nothing else either. I pretty much got all the laughs that I wanted.
I don't know if Jazz could turn something about into this, or turn this into something.
The what?
Because I don't know if you heard about like the potential of there not being a season 3 for Soul Calibur.
That. I mean, because technically the game sold good, but it didn't sell great.
Mm-hmm.
And now you also have the whole thing about like Tekken 7 just doing amazing. So there's also that factor you have to put into of like, well, maybe we should just focus on Tekken 7 now because it's clearly the breadwinner here.
Right.
But if you ask me, Tekken 7 did so well that it carried Soul Calibur with it.
Exactly.
And but even then, like I'm thinking Soul Calibur wouldn't be able to last as long as Tekken. Just off the sole fact that when it comes to like a community thing, everybody thinks Soul Calibur 6 is jank. Like everyone thinks it's jank. It's just like certain people think Tekken is great, certain people hate Tekken, and you know, we call those people noobs.
I was gonna say we call those people Gen.
No. See, the difference between Jin and the rest of those tier 3 subs, that Jin's actually good. He just hates that he can't beat up his friends.
Yeah.
But no, like, do I think there'll be a season 3? I think it's possible.
And if a season 3 does happen, that's it.
Oh yeah, that'll be it. There will be no more after that.
And then a season 3 isn't very probable, but if it does happen, it's gonna be like by the skin of somebody's cheeks, dog.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't expect anything super big out of it if it does happen.
And if you ask me, it would be less characters and more optimization. Something to make the game much more enjoyable.
Basically, it'll be season 4 of Tekken 4. Tekken 7, I mean.
Right.
But then some. Not like less about the characters and more about the just like keeping the game healthy.
Well, that's what I kind of meant, because like season 4 of Tekken 7, it's like 2 characters and a lot of overhaul stuff of like online and things.
It's like
Yeah.
2 characters and I think like 1 or 2 stages.
Yeah, well,
Well,
they both have stages coming.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think every character has had a stage
For Soul Calibur,
for Tekken.
oh Tekken,
Not, I don't think every character.
no, because season 2 didn't have any new stages, did it?
Just Negan's.
Negan, that's what it was.
No,
Negan.
no. We got another Infinite Azure, then we got another.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Infinite. I kind of don't count those because they're kind of just reskins.
They're not a new stage. They're just rehashed stages.
Yeah.
Noctis
It's
did
just-
come with, like, technically if you were a guest character, you got a stage.
Yeah, because Geese got one, Noctis got one,
Mhm.
Negan got one, Kunimitsu got one.
He's
Mhm.
got one.
I
Geese
said
got one.
Geese.
Yeah,
You got off on my
yeah,
end.
you caught off on my end too.
Oh, my bad. Like I said, Geese first. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, but
like,
I just heard it.
yeah, same. But yeah, pretty much any guest character they got a stage, and I don't think, well, it's outside of Kunimitsu. I don't think really any other. Oh wait, no, I take that back. Fakurum got a stage.
Yeah.
Leroy did not get a stage.
No, he got music.
He got,
Bomb-ass song.
like Leroy made all those tier 3 stuff start feeling himself.
Yeah, like, so honestly, for Kunimitsu, that was kind of unheard of, to be honest, really, because I mean, even Fakurum was a brand new character.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if there was one legacy character that they should have brought back, it probably would have been her.
Kunimitsu.
But yes, but
Mhm.
for me to say that, for me, right,
Mhm.
that's bias.
Mhm.
I can't like I can say what I just said and then still admit like that comes with a heavy amount of bias.
Mhm.
Just because like I mean I mained the girl, like what? Yeah, of course I'd want her back.
Mhm.
So to say that, like, of course it's going to be met with its criticisms, but with Kunimitsu coming back, wouldn't that have been every Tekken 1 character in the game now?
Trying to think
Maybe
of the
like-
roster.
Time to Google it.
Yeah, because I'm fairly sure you're right about that. I can't think of anyone else. Well, I mean, Julia could count as Michelle, so that's a technicality.
Okay, like that's a loophole.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. The only one that's missing would be Jinrei.
That's right.
Because there's Anna, there's Armor King, there's the Devil, there's Ganryu, there's Heihachi, there's Jack 1, Kazuya, King 1, Kuma 1, Kunimitsu, Lee Chao Lane, Martial Law, Michelle Chang, Nina Williams, Paul Phoenix, Prototype Jack. The Jacks are all one thing to me.
Yeah, they're just one thing. You can count them as one.
Then there's Wong, and then there's Yoshimitsu himself.
Could we count Leroy as his replacement?
No, because Wong, Jinrei, and Leroy are hella different.
But they do share some similar things.
If you look, man, if you're willing to fight on this hill, I'm gonna just fight with you on this hill.
I mean, because there's a video out showing this.
If that look, like I said,
Get the popcorn.
if you, no, I'm not fighting against him. I'm saying if he's willing to fight on it, I'm gonna fight with him. Okay, I see you. I'll fight with you. You're my brother. It's not so much of a sin. It's not like, oh, okay, I gotta be against you now.
But no, like, I wouldn't, like, it's not like something I'd just be like, oh yeah, it's definitely that. It's like, I feel like it could kind of match with that. But yeah, like you said, like, I feel like with her there, it kind of, outside of Wang,
Mhm.
it kind of fits the entire first roster, which is very weird because a lot of those should have been base roster for the game, but ended up being DLC.
We're not gonna argue that. All right, look, we get it. In order for Tekken 7 to do real well, they had to go back on some things.
It's just so weird on some of those.
I'm not saying that it's not weird. I'm just saying it's just like who plays Michelle? Really? Like, who the fuck? Nobody plays Michelle.
But people play Julia.
Exactly, the direct upgrade. Who was playing? Who was playing Juan Jinrei? People weren't playing Juan Jinrei, but best believe people were playing Leroy.
Oh, he's top 5.
At least, right?
Yeah.
I also learned like the hard way, right?
Mm.
Anna Williams is like the Ivy of tech, and there's so many gay people that play, right? And it's like I didn't learn that until I ran into a bunch of like my trans and my gay friends that play Tekken.
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that. I'm just like, why is everybody playing it? What is up with this?
No, it's funny. I noticed that back in Tag 2, but that was because like she was one of my mains, and when I looked up stuff for her, I noticed it. I was like, wait.
You're just like, there's something going on here. Like doesn't make you feel out of place all of a sudden.
It's like, I don't know if I should be here.
Right? Like even like when I was going against Siberia, right? When I was going against Cyber, it's like she plays the shit out of Anna. And even she said, yeah, man, like Anna's for the gays. I was like, what?
When did this happen?
I'm like, yo, don't tell me that while you kicking my ass right now. Don't tell me that.
Nice.
You know, nah, you. I did the post and everything. I think she told me that just so she can get inside my head and start winning more games. It ain't work.
No.
But yeah, but when I was just like when I realized that, I was just like, oh, okay, well, you know, so be it. But nobody wants to play the hentai tentacle monster man. This is bullshit.
Not unless it's Soul Calibur. Then everybody plays it.
I play him.
I still find that weird. Oh wait, but that's Soul Calibur. We're talking about Tekken right now.
Yeah.
We were originally talking about Soul Calibur.
You really were.
Oh. Okay, so going back to make another point about the original point. That has nothing to do with the original point. I find it weird that people say that Yoshi's top 3.
I think, like, Boom and I was talking about this on the little pro on one thing, and then a little bit after.
Absolute banger, by the way. Y'all should watch that at youtube.com/.
But I feel we both felt like it was all a matter of what you kind of value in the game, to be honest.
Right.
Like, do you value like the movement? Do you value like what can you do in frames? Do you value like what you can do in neutral, et cetera, et cetera? And I feel like what most people value in the game goes towards Yoshi's strengths. And that's why they think he's like so high tiered. Which with my character, I value all kinds of basics and frames and shit, so that doesn't apply to me. But yeah, that's why I probably think that a lot of people think he's like top 3. Is that they value some things that lead up to his strengths.
I suppose so. I just don't see it. Now, I'm not saying that Yoshi's like bottom 5 or nothing like that.
Like Keelik.
But like Keelik, right? But top 3 to me is a little ridiculous. Because there's so many other characters. It's like, because like I guess I went into like the whole Tekken mindset about it, which is wrong because this is not a Tekken game.
Yeah.
but to me, it's just like the characters that I think are top 3 are characters that do whatever they do really, really, really well. And that's why I say like Siegfried, Nightmare, and like Ivy, and then tier 3 sub Maxi mains over there. like to me, those are top 4. Just because with those characters, if you want to mash with Nightmare and Siegfried, like, and then next thing you know, you just triple perfected some poor bastard.
I can attest to that.
Ivy takes some skill, but to me, for her to be a character that you play at a range, she's too good at like range 0 and shit. So that's why I think she's a nightmare to deal with.
Mm-hmm. I kind
Don't
of
get me started
disagree.
Don't get me started on Maxi.
Well, Maxi is just smash your face on the thing and win.
Yeah, I know. I did it.
Yeah, but
I just answered to it.
I kind of disagree with Siegfried for the most
What?
part. I do
You-
think he does lose a lot more matchups than you think. Nightmare is just like fucking unga bunga. I do what I want. Oh, you hit me? Fuck you. I do this thing.
So it's like,
I can
man.
agree.
I'm like, oh man, I feel as though you're about to press a button. Here's this armor move that not every
Yeah.
like here's this armor you can't do anything about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like Siegfried, he takes a lot more work than you might think. Especially if you want to get to his best stuff, which is like the whole my hand the thing.
I do think he's a bit more technical than Nightmare.
Okay, we can agree on this, right?
Mhm.
We can agree. Siegfried is much more technical than Nightmare. It's just that Siegfried to me has the mix-ups because to me he's a character that can do everything from everything.
And see, I don't fully agree with that because in order to do that, because like you have to think of him almost.
Well, you lost, Jeff.
Well, there we go, guys.
Thank you for watching.
What can I say, man? I got the magic touch, man. What can I say?
Pull that
No, go ahead.
Pull that Matty Keith like you just said no, and I got shot down. That's crazy. And like you have to kind of think of him a little bit like Lei, where he has stances that you have to know like what you're doing, and like if you don't know what the right stance is at the right time, you get punished for that hard. Like for example, say like I'm doing his like little sword dance where he has the sword behind his back, right? If you were like Yoshi, what you could almost immediately do is get into like some fly bullshit, and then I'm fucked because I'm already kind of in a stance and I'm kind of have to deal with it, whatever you're doing. Like it's stuff like that. Like if you know what I can do in this stance, I'm kind of fucked if you do the right thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Mhm.
Because I've definitely not labbed Siegfried yet, and I'm pretty sure if I were to know what to do, if I learn what to do in the lab, see it enough in an actual match, and then get good enough to react to it, I think my opinion will change over time.
Mm-hmm.
But because that tier 3 sub Moopsy's over there laughing, I don't even know what he's laughing at. I just heard him laughing. I just want to put him on the spot.
What on
Yeah, I'm
earth?
just watching the chat.
Well, I'm reading what Gabby sent me. She sent me a little article saying, a PSA, your Cyberpunk saves will become corrupted and unrecoverable if they reach 8 MB in size.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Sorry, you catch that?
That has to be on console.
yeah, because that's insane.
That's
Stupid.
that's ridiculous.
How on earth? Hold on, let me put this in here. Basically, if you craft too many things, seems to be affecting people with a lot of hours who have been crafting loads of shit to make money. But how is this for a response from the CD Projekt Red? And I'm going to look at that in a bit. It's actually from their article site. Ooh, that's not good.
Christ. Yeah, let me forward this to like a private message to her, because damn.
Ooh, that's not a... It seems like every day something worse happens for them.
It's every day, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I hope he gets beaten by a Conor McGregor to the ground.
We all do.
So slightly off topic, can we talk about the fact that Logan's fighting Mayweather?
He shit talked his way into it.
How on
I-
earth?
I don't know. I just hope this is the second black dude that whoops his ass though. Right. That's all.
Like, one dude is making money by having people want to see him beat him up, and the other dude wants money.
I mean, he is about that easy bag a little bit, Mayweather.
Yeah.
But
Both gonna come out rich out of this, so I don't really care.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Logan Paul just like put it together, just like if in case I need to get brand new teeth from Mayweather, that's only going to cost so much money, and I can get that fit. That means I can walk away with at least like 49 mil plus. New mouth. Like, what's that to $50 million? Why are y'all listening to me? Why are y'all listening intently to me? Don't listen to me. I'm talking shit.
I know. I wanted to see where it was going.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, if I have no boxing training, and if Mayweather wanted to fight, maybe I looked at him funny, right? He was like, hey, me, you tier 3 fucking sub bitch, you $50 million, fight me in the ring tomorrow. I'm not saying no.
Just go down after one punch and stay there.
Yeah, like he's a one punch man, my ass.
Holy crap! If that thing happens, your save is unrecoverable. You are screwed if that happens.
You better watch out, Sarah, because
I better be careful then.
Do you have Cyberpunk?
Yes.
How are you enjoying it?
I like it. I have problems, but I like it.
Problem solved. Seems like Cyberpunk 2077 isn't the worst game to come out. I'm looking at you. Anthem.
So save data is damaged.
Actually, out of curiosity, did you ever get Anthem, Sarah? It's sci-fi. I know that's your bag.
Is, but I don't know why. It was during a time period I wasn't playing a lot of games anyway.
Ah.
I'm just now getting myself to play again.
What games were you playing beforehand?
Nothing. I was playing like 1 or 2 games like every so often.
All right.
Like the last game before Cyberpunk I played was shit, I can't even remember.
The one game she plays consistently is How Can I Make Cheese Loot?
Yes, and I win every time.
That's not a fucking game, Manila Wafer. Like, give me an actual game.
I know it was I have to go into my account and see, because before that was like months of like not playing anything, then picking up something and not playing it.
So you really put down gaming to draw some anime titties really well, huh? So that's your end game right there. Huh?
Now I'm trying to balance the two.
Oh, okay. So now you're just gonna draw like one anime titty, just one anime titty.
Just one. Balance out playing some games.
Just like, all right, I got my booby done for the day. Time to play games.
But, I mean, hey, we managed to get something that's breaking news.
We're equally shady. To be honest, I would say Bethesda was more shady.
Bethesda, the difference between this Cyberpunk incident and like Bethesda shady shit is like CD Projekt Red was just doing what like any shady company would do. Any shady shit any company would do. I'm pretty sure if the 4 of us owned the company and then we were like putting shit out and then we somewhere down the line realized it wasn't ready, yeah, we'd probably be a little bit shady about it to save our own asses.
Nah, I would just say fuck it, I'm out.
What?
I quit. Good luck, fuckers.
What do you mean, Jazz? What do you mean? We're not doing the shady shit. It's the investors.
Oh, so like we're the developers in the case then.
Yes, nigga.
Okay, that changes everything. I thought you said we were like the corporate thing. It's like, nah.
You're the fucker in the suit.
No. I'm just saying, like, the developers can only do so much, right? So it's like they only have so much control.
So. Because another thing you have to think about, Gabby, is that where even Fallout 76, the game, was ridiculous, even things outside of the game were bad. Like the special packs, I forgot what they were called. But like it's basically the big packs where you can get like the helmet and the water bottle and the bag and stuff. Even that was shitty.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, the special edition shit.
Yeah.
I remember like when Young had got a pack from them, and it was out of nowhere, and they're just like, "Oh my god, thank you," and shit. It's like, yo, this shit, bro.
Mm.
Like, well, what is this? What is this foolishness?
Like, think about it. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 was bad, but they didn't give you something that could possibly kill you, being that mold is going in the helmet.
Next thing you know, you become a clicker.
You basically turn into The Last of Us Part 2.
You better hope that 14-year-old girl who you've seen regularly go to the gym doesn't just like run up on you.
She doesn't realize you killed her father.
Yeah. Hey, where you go with that golf club?
So it's like, hey, motherfucker, you live in the South. We don't golf around here. What you doing?
You put that shit down.
So,
I'd probably be the one that dies then because I live in Cali.
oh, yeah, it's over. It's over for you.
Remember me well.
Nah. I'd rather you remember you as the tier 3 sub you was always destined to be.
No.
Like, and on your tombstone, I'm a write in knife, right? Like, I'm gonna carve that bitch in there. Should have been a Twitch admin.
I don't want to be Twitch staff.
You don't want to be, but that's why I'm writing it on your fucking grave. And if I were to die before you, I expect you to write some douchey shit on mine.
No need to ask twice.
Because on Jazz, I'm gonna write, I hate that this nigga's so tall. Like, why?
below yours, I write ditto.
Like, in my 28 years of life, I've never had a complex about my height until I realized I need to like take an escalator to give Jazz a high five. And I'm pretty sure some shit like some shit like that will give anybody a complex about their height. I have to run up on your body like it's NBA ballers just to give you a fucking high five.
That music from NBA Volume 2 playing. Yeah. But to answer your question though, Moops, yeah, I do think that Soul Calibur probably will get one because they did come out with an article stating that Huang was literally considered the last character of the game, just the last character of season 2. So the possibilities there. They didn't like say like, oh, we're not gonna do it or anything like that. It's just they just pointed that out.
Eddie mimics contributing.
Oh no, not Shadow of the Colossus.
Wait, Shadow of the Colossus on. Yeah, I gotta climb up Jazz with a fucking sword. I gotta stab him in the ear just so he'll notice me.
Oh no.
Like I said, worst timeline. Like you think climbing up Jazz just to give him a high five would have been the worst of it? Nah, man. Shao Kahn still sucks. Kamala still exists.
I'm still winning every award.
Worst timeline in the world.
The Last of Us Part 2.
The Last of Us Part. They hit you with
never mind that Corona's a thing. Never mind that Corona's a thing. Fucking Last of Us 2 winning best racing game.
Yeah. For best fighting game, The Last of Us Part 2.
like a best shooter, The Last of Us Part 2.
For best racing game, The Last of Us Part 2. They didn't even have a car in there.
None of them. No vehicle worked in The Last of Us Part 2. None of them.
But is there anything else you want to add on that one, Moops?
I think we're good.
Alrighty. We can plug our way out.
Who's gonna go first?
I'm not plugging anything. I got shit.
Well, I guess I can start. As always, you can find me on all things Cosmo Jazz, except for my new channel, which is Kaza Reacts, which is actually doing fairly well for a good start. Going to be doing just a couple, maybe like 3 videos a week on there. And we'll see what goes from there now that I have like at least enough of a catalog for people to actually look at for a while. Also going to be doing more, including streaming on YouTube now that I'm getting set up over there.
Woo!
So, yeah, we're going to see how well that goes. Probably way better.
Fucked up part about it was like I talked all this shit about streaming on YouTube, and I only did like 2 streams over there. I ain't streamed since then. I ain't worked on shit. I've just been existing. I've just been playing Fantasy Star and looking at fat titties. Don't get me wrong. I'm still winning in life, but I ain't. It's the holidays, niggas. I ain't working.
Exactly.
There's never enough titties.
I guess I'm next. If it's FunsexyDB, Twitter, Patreon. If you're 18 or older, that's all I gotta say.
All right, okay, hold up. Wait a minute, something ain't right. What is the DB in your username for?
Take a wild guess.
Dubious butts.
I was wrong, gentlemen. I didn't know what the fuck it meant. You gotta understand. I played football. I thought it was defensive back.
No.
I'm kidding. Obviously, I knew it wasn't that, but I didn't know what the fuck it meant. And I felt like after you plugged your shit, I'm just like, all right, now's the proper time to mix this Nilla wafer up real quick.
Nice. But now
You're
we
trying to make me up.
Because it's always about fighting games. Getting it mixed.
No. Wake up super. All right. If FunsexyDB is done, then I guess I'll plug my shit. You can find me on my YouTube, on my Twitch, where you are currently seeing this stream live, and my Twitter, all things Mrmoopsy. And I believe that's it. Like anybody else, or?
Okay, you know what? Fine. I will plug myself. All right. First things first. I'm the realist. No,
I knew it.
I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. Obviously. Well, you can find me on YouTube at Just Baker, right? But if you were to find me on social media, you will find me at Baker_the icon. Do you want to know why, ladies and gentlemen? No? Oh, I'll tell you anyway. Because I am an icon living. I don't have a record label in this bitch, but I mean, never say never.
Never say never.
All right, I think we're good then. All right, so everybody, thank you for joining us for episode 37. We will catch you next month. Also, happy whenever the hell we started this thing, 2-year anniversary.
Also, Merry Christmas to everybody. And I want to make the outro this time. It's been a while, right?
All right.
I want to leave you all with this one question. Jess, that's your cue.
What the?
Come on, Jess, get on the ball.
Nah, I'm good. Happy holidays.
God bless us, everyone.
You son of a bitch.
And to all a good night. Bye.
No, I refuse to turn this damn stream back on. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. That's the funniest outro I think we've done in these like 37 episodes.
I just love how it was just like a big mess.
but see, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? The big messes are entertaining. To me, anyway, I think they're entertaining because it's funny.
I mean, I thought the execution was pretty cool, so yeah.
Yeah, bitches.
Bitch.
Well, fuck you too.
Fuck yeah, that was your fucking cue, bro. That, my heart is broken right now.
I was expecting you to do it. Like, okay.
Why would I do it? It's your fucking outro.
I'm usually the one that says the outro.
Yes, right. I know, and I wanted to change it, but Jazz always asks. It always leads off with, "Let me ask you this one question." Right? I said it verbatim, term to term. I even took the nigga's cadence. And not only did he drop the ball, he dropped the ball on purpose. He did it out of spite. That's
funny,
worse
that's
to me.
Well, yeah, but Eddie, you have to remember though. He's
No.